Hey everyone, how are y'all? Musical, how are you? Betty Joe, how are you tonight? Hey Michelle, how are you? All right, y'all don't forget to make sure that your chat is on live chat. Hey Sally Mae, how are you? Sally Mae has spoken. Trolls only get one chance tonight. Avery, how are you? Cool Gamer, how are you? Hey Linda G, how are you tonight? And Linda G, nope, he'll never get out. He was already serving his 2 life sentences and now he's got this extra time. Sally Mae, why won't what play on its own? Hey Tech Death, how are you? Well, I'm doing good. All right, so my email's at the top of the chat. Live chat. Hopefully your chat don't start messing up tonight, Sally. It'd be nice to have one night of a live where it doesn't bounce back and forth from live chat to top chat. Tree baby, how are you? Hey Kelly P, how are you? At KBRAS, I don't know what the purpose of it is. I know if you don't have it on live chat, you don't get to see all the comments. Which is crazy. I think they should just have the one option of live chat and just leave it at that. Hey Glowbug, how are you? Cherry baby, you are very welcome. Linda, yeah, they just said it was sciatica and lower back strain. Hey Sandra, how are you? Glowbug, I'm still hurting, but the tightness in the back isn't there anymore. Which is like the main thing that was bothering me. So I actually feel pretty good tonight. Avery, yes. Vapor, how are you? Kelly P, how are you tonight? Vapor, I'm doing good, thank you. Betty Joe, that is true. Hey Bianca, how are you? Sally Mae, is Summer in here yet? And Cabra's just back pain is the worst. Alright, so I've got to get into my email real quick because this is where all my stuff is for tonight. Did anybody watch Alec Murdaugh's court thing today? Musical. I've got two videos. One is where he's addressing like the victims or whatever. I haven't got to watch it yet. I wanted to wait till tonight. Hey, Sick, how are you? And but I did hear that it was like the first 20-30 minutes was him addressing the victims, and then the rest of it was like all about him. But I've got a video of that. It's like 15 minutes long. If anybody's interested in watching it, I'll play it tonight. And then I've got the one where the judge sentences him. But he is getting what he deserves, even if he did do a plea deal. Carrie, how are you? Hey, Tony, how are you? So, Avery, you want to watch the whole 50 minutes, which is where he's addressing the victims? K-Brass is like every time he talks, there's nothing but fakeness coming out of his mouth. Okay, Avery, I'll play it. Like, there's no truth and sympathy and morals and respect that comes out. It's all bullshit. Okay, Glowbug, I'll play it for y'all. Hey, KK, how are you? Alright. And I also did see where they were able to unlock Stephen Smith's phone and his tablet. And his mom is hoping that there is something on his electronic devices that will help lead them to who did what they did to him. Hey, Summer. Oh, Betty Jo, I'm so sorry. All right. So, and I do have an article about that. Let me see what this is. I've got like several different things in my email, so I need to go through them real quick. Shit. And then once we watch these two videos, I will open up the panel for everyone to come up who wants to talk about this case. For Chihuahuas, how are you? Hold on, y'all. I have to skip all the ads at the beginning of it. Hey, Thistle, how are you? Let me get this up here for y'all. All right, and like I said, this one is 50 minutes long, but it's all of Alex Murdaugh talking, addressing the victims, and kind of having a pity party for himself. All right, can everybody see that okay? Okay. All right, whenever it starts playing, y'all let me know if y'all can hear it or if I need to cut it up a little bit more.
But thank you, God, I'm going to speak to the victims who spoke to me.
You need a hand free or are you good?
Having a hand free would be helpful, but I can handle it without it.
Okay. You'll release one of this.
Hey, hey.
Fine. Let's be fine.
Can I take
Just like this?
Just a free cuff? Can I take that off, sir?
Pardon?
Can I just take this free cuff off?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
I think I'm all right with that. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I want each of you that spoke to know that I listened to you. I heard you. Your pain and your hurt is palpable. I get it. It's reasonable. And I promise you that it resonates with me. I understand it. I hope that the time will come when you can look back and know that despite the things that I did, that I care about each one of them. Because I do. I did terrible things. Each of you placed your trust in me. I was very proud of that. And I'm still today honored by that fact. That I deceived each of you. Terribly. I did terrible things. Things that thinking about right now caused me to be hurt, caused me to be disturbed. It is so important to me that you know how bothered that I am by the things that I did. And that's important to me. After hours, days, weeks, months of self-reflection, I know now that I took more and more and more pills because I was hiding attempting to hide from the reality of the things that I was doing to all of you. I do care about each of you. I have special recollections of my interactions with each one of you outside of the terrible things that I did. JJ. I felt as close to you as anybody. I still do. As anybody I can think of. We grew up together. And JJ, we've hunted and fished together, alone, all over the low country. I mean, I think we've talked to each other about everything that's important to both of us. And man, I hate the things that I did. Our daddies were the best of friends. I mean, I mean it. When I say that I care about you, as hypocritical as that seems in light of the things I did, it is so very true. I did care about each of you, and I still care about each of you. Michelle, I can't think of a bad day that a hug from Miss Carey and a kiss from Miss Carey that she would always give when I would see the two of you, because I never saw one without the other, that wouldn't make better. And it was usually accompanied by some sage advice or words of wisdom that were always so perfectly appropriate for whatever was going on. I truly love her, and I love you. And I am so sorry.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon
Hold
is
on,
not
y'all.
with physical products.
There's so many others that aren't here today that I hope will listen or be listening one day, like Dion. Dion's daddy, one of my dearest friends. I can still remember going to Dion's graduation, spending time with him. One more thing, JJ, going back, I do want to tell you as to how close I feel to you. My wife loved you, and you are absolutely right about everything you said, but you are dead wrong about one thing, and I would never hurt Maggie, and I would never hurt Paul. And it is important to me that you know that. Because she did love you. And I hope you know that. And I hope you know that I mean what I say here today. Jamie, Bishop, man, Damien's uncle and daddy were as close to me and my daddy as people can be. Lord knows, Tony, I went to elementary school, middle school, high school with your aunts and your uncles. Ginger, how many classes did we have? I mean, I've grown up with you guys. I mean, Tony, you and Brian and Gloria are like a part of my family. And I mean that as hypocritical as that sounds, and me saying it, as hypocritical as it sounds, is the absolute truth. That does bring me to a point, and I will say that I say to Mr. Mr. Bland, Maggie and I raised our two boys with input from her mom and dad and input from my mom and dad. But we are the people who raised those boys, and us alone.
With the help of my sister.
Now, with that being said, Eric, with that being said, there is no person, period, that was more important to my family than Gloria was. To all of us. To me, especially to Maggie, to Paul, Lord knows he adored her. And I hope you know that. And Buster, and me too. I adore her. And I am so sorry. So sorry for the things that I did. And it is important to me that you know how sorry I am for the things that I did to each of you, all my law partners. Look, guys, and Danny looking at you here kills me, knowing what I did. And you guys, we shared every facet of my life with every member of my family. And you are my family, Danny. And I have some more to say as we go along. We'll talk in some more detail. But to you, it is so important. Two things today that are most important to me is making sure that you do understand that I do care about each and every one of you. Number one. And number two, that I am so sorry and that I hate and am so bothered by the things that I did. And this brings me back to the text that came out in trial that I believe I sent to my paralegal, Christy, as I became better and less sick in rehab. One of the things that bothered me was knowing how I hurt the ones I love the most, the worst. And you all are included in that sentence. I hope you know that. Tony, Brian, when I decided to make up the story and the claim about dogs and Gloria, I did it with good intentions of helping you. I am so sorry that those intentions very quickly became selfish. And I am so sorry that I continue to involve you in my actions. And I am so sorry for everything that you, and I want to make sure the whole family knows that I am so sorry for everything that you have been through. And JJ, I really want to take you up on your offer that you proposed earlier, but I also hope that in time that each of you will be willing to talk with me, because I would like, as time moves on, to continue to reiterate just how sorry I am and just how important it is to me that you know that. So I'd like for you to think about it. Despite what was said in this courtroom today, I can tell you that through my attorneys, I have been asking for a plea offer since the very beginning. The very beginning. I formally pled guilty within 2 weeks of receiving the very first plea offer. That was in this courtroom however many days ago. But I formally pled guilty within 2 weeks of receiving the very first plea offer. And you've heard a lot of talk about the sentence. And I will tell you that the sentence that I'm agreeing to is harsher than I wanted. It's certainly harsher than I had hoped for. I will tell you that while I am pleading guilty for a number of reasons, all of which I believe are valid, none of those reasons is more prominent than my hopes that seeing me punished will help each of you heal and begin to be able to put this behind you. Because I can see it. I mean, I can see, I can feel, I know what you've been through. I don't know it, but I sense it. And I am so sorry. Now I want to talk to a few different people. I want to start with Buster.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right.
Buster. I am so sorry that I let you down. I am so sorry that I have not been able to be with you. During such hard times. I am so sorry that I did so many things that are so contradictory to every single thing Mom and I ever taught you and Paul. I am so sorry. I am so very sorry that the things that I did and that I am pleading guilty to here today have somehow caused some people, especially people on social media, and some people in the media, to somehow believe that based on the things that I did, that it is somehow okay to make false, baseless, unsubstantiated claims against you that are not only based on no facts and no evidence whatsoever, but are also not based on any semblance of reality whatsoever. And I am so sorry that you have had to go through that. I know, Buster, that you know that I have always been proud of you. I have never been more proud of you than I am for the way that you have handled all of the adversity that I put on you. Your whole family is proud of you. Mom is proud of you, and Papa is proud of you. I see in letters, emails, and messages that people give to my attorneys how impressed people are with the way that you have carried yourself through all of this. I want you to remember that rational, reasonable thinking people never make as much noise as haters do. I want you to continue to tune them out and continue to be the bigger person as you have this whole time. I want you to continue to stay positive. And stay the course. I love you so much. And I am so proud of you. Next, I'd like to address and speak to my mom, my brothers, my sister, my nieces and my nephews, who I love dearly, my aunts, uncles, cousins, the rest of my family. I am so sorry that I let each of you down. I am so sorry that I humiliated each of you. I am so sorry that I destroyed our family's reputation. With these terrible things that I have done. I am so sorry that my actions that I'm pleading guilty to here today somehow made people on social media and in the media think that it's okay to falsely attack two of the three best men that I've ever known. And that's my father and my grandfather. Two men who spent their life in service, helping others. Two men fully and wholly committed to justice. Two men who were most honest and most decent. And if they were here today, two men that would be devastated by what I have done. And you know that. And you know that. Next, I want to apologize to my mother and father-in-law, although I hate the term in-law, as they have always treated me like one of their own. Also to my sister-in-law, Mag's sister, Marion, her husband, my brother-in-law, my nieces, who I adore. My aunts and uncles and cousins on Maggie's side. I'm so very sorry that I let you down. And I am so very sorry that I humiliated you. And I am so very sorry. And I had Buster back to this, that I have negatively
Big dental bills can often come as a shock, but there's an affordable solution.
affected Max and Pawpaw's memory and legacy. also apologize because I know and I know in my heart the actions that I am pleading guilty to here today and the stress from all of that contributed to the health issues of the third of the three best men that I know. Pop T. I think about it every day, how my actions have affected him and all of you. And it eats a hole in me. Next, and I'm sorry this is taking longer than I had anticipated. Next is my brother Randy. I say that I am sorry to you because I know for a fact that the actions that I'm pleading guilty to here today have caused you terrible, terrible problems. I am so sorry that my actions alone have caused you to be so wrongly and falsely attacked. And that my actions have caused your integrity to so wrongly be questioned. Because I know, and those who know you know, that you are, without a doubt, one of the most honest and high integrity people that's ever walked this earth. And I hate that the things that I have done have somehow made that an issue for you. I will challenge any negative-minded person as it pertains to Randy to go and find one single person, anywhere who truly knows you or who truly knows him, who doesn't have an ulterior motive, to tell you that he's not one of the most honest people that they've ever known. And I am so sorry that I went to such lengths to hide my addiction and my criminal actions from you, because I know that you would have helped me before things got so out of control.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce
Next. I apologize to my law partners. Danny, the only one I see here, I assume you're the only one here. Talk to you as hard as it is. I am so sorry that I have caused so much trouble for people that I love so much. I love you, and I love each of you. I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry that I humiliated each of you. I'm sorry that I caused you to have to go through what you've been through. I'm sorry that I destroyed our law firm, a law firm that you know that I dearly love. And I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry that I've caused each of you to be questioned. Every one of you is not only one of the best lawyers that I've ever been around, but the best people. That I've ever been around. Such good, such compassion, such smart, such giving, and such decent people. And I, again, am so sorry that I went to such great lengths to hide my addiction, and to hide my criminal acts from each of you. I know you would have helped me before things got so out of control. There's no doubt in my mind. I say, Johnny, that he was a great mentor to all of us. I learned so many good things from him. I am sorry that I failed him. I hope one day that Johnny will listen to this so that he will know how much I miss him and I miss our chats. And he'll know what I'm talking about. Danny? They don't make enough good words for me to accurately depict how I feel about you. And you know the things that you helped me through. And you know how you helped Maggie. When she didn't think she had anywhere else to turn concerning her son. I hope you know how special you are. To me, especially. But also to Buster for all you have done. And I mean it.
Hey, have you heard of Supergauge? It's probably the weirdest thing you've ever seen come out of a Christmas stocking, but there's a reason.
When I tell you that it hurts me so much to know that I have disappointed you. And I know that that is an understatement. I now apologize to every single person who cares about Maggie and about Paul. Because I know that the things that I did, that I'm pleading guilty here today, allowed SLED and the Attorney General's office to focus on me and not to pursue the person or the people who hurt and killed Maggie and Pawpaw. And I am so sorry for that. To each one of you, and to those who might be listening, who are not here, I want to reiterate again just how sorry I am. I want to try to make sure to look at each one of you right now so that hopefully when you leave here, you will know and believe that I was sincere in my hopes that you understand how much I care about you and how sorry I am for the things that I have done. I'm still, as I said, after a lot of reflection, I'm still not sure how I let myself get where I did, where I could do the things that I did to all you people that I care about. I'd like to say to any and everyone who's suffering from addiction, please get professional help. Don't let pride get in your way the way I did. I had people who loved me, who tried to help me. Many, many more people who I know would have helped me. I had resources. I had access to more resources. And I still couldn't beat it. I tried many, many times. It's just too hard. I say, please get professional help. I'm very proud, as I stand here today, to be 812 days clean. But I didn't do it soon enough. Please get help now. There are so many wonderful facilities out there with professional people who care and who do wonderful, wonderful work. I would like to say a special thank you to the people at Evolve Recovery Rehabilitation Center and at Sunrise Detox for all the wonderful care that they gave me. Every single day, I utilize the processes that they taught me, and I use the tools that they gave me in hopes that tomorrow I can add another day to my total. Lastly, I want to thank the men and women who have sent me letters, emails, and given messages to my attorneys with genuine messages of support. They mean more to me than you could possibly know, and I appreciate it.
At QVC, we're letting the holidays shine bright. Shop festive fashion at QVC.
Okay, I'm fixing to see if that's the end of it. Give me a second, y'all. So I don't have to play through this whole damn video. Okay, so it's only like 2 minutes left, so I'm not going to play the last 2 minutes. I'm over his fakeness. Wait, he said 810 days? That's what he said, Doubledoll? I thought he said 112. Yeah, Scott, he's not going to get out at all. I mean, he's serving 2 life sentences. He should have just took the whole time instead of a plea deal. Give me a second, because I do have a video where he was being sentenced. This one's only 5 minutes, so it's not as long. Sally Mae, that's that narcissistic behavior that he has. He thought everybody was really listening to him. Let's see, 810 days. Oh, but that wouldn't add up. Lady V, what's the other 4 charges for? Alright, so this is the one where Judge Newman is sentencing him today.
All right, we have breaking news here at News Nation now, live to a courtroom in South Carolina where Alec Murdaugh is being sentenced for the financial crimes, 27 years. Sentence just coming down as we come back for financial crimes that he committed. A number of his victims had a chance to address him today. I think we have audio of this, so let's listen in.
Willful intent to evade or defeat payment of taxes under indictment, 34 sentences, 5 years concurrent. You have one 20-year sentence and a consecutive 7-year sentence for a total sentence of 27 years. Most of the offenses pled to are serious offenses under the law. Subjects you to this 3 strikes law. You are given credit for time served pursuant to section 241340 to be calculated by the South Carolina Department of Corrections. I think that completes the sentence. Anything further regarding this sentence?
Your Honor, just for clarification, and I think the sentencing sheets reflect this, but he's got all those sentences concurrent for 20, yes. And then there's one 7-year consecutive sentence. So he's got a 27-year sentence, 85% parole
Yes.
eligible. I mean, max out.
Yes.
Right.
And it's reflected on the sentencing sheet.
Yes, sir.
Any comment about that, Mr. Waters or Mr.?
That is correct, Your Honor. There's 20 years at 85% and then a 7 at 85%. And again, those are no parole offenses, meaning got to do 85%.
Right.
Or more, depending on how he behaves.
And that's the sentence of the court. Mr. Murdaugh, any final comments?
No, sir, I will just reiterate what I did say to all of you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank
Good luck
you,
to
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor. And enjoyed being with you.
Yes, sir. Very well.
All right, that's Alec Murdaugh in court in South Carolina. You heard it, the 27 years for the financial crimes that he had pleaded guilty to. We know he's already serving life in prison for the murder of his wife and son. So this is separate from that. In fact, earlier today, Murdaugh was asked by the judge there if he had anything to say, and he just said he would reiterate what he said earlier. And, you know, as I understand it, he spoke to the court after his victims of these financial crimes had a chance to address him. He spoke to the court for almost an hour, about 50 minutes earlier today. So he was just making reference to that, saying he would just reiterate some of what I believe included an apology and some other comments from Alec Murdaugh. All right, we have more reporting on this now live from Raymond Owens, who's the Berkeley County Bureau Chief at the News Nation station WCBD in Charleston, and has been covering this case and joins us now with a recap of what we saw today. Raymond.
That's right. The plea deal included 27 years in prison, and 85% of that has to be served. So he's looking at 23 and a half years just on what he was just sentenced to here just a few, as you heard moments ago here on News Nation. Now, this morning, prosecutor Creighton Waters spent about an hour and a half going over the 22 crimes Murdaugh pleaded guilty to. There were about 101 total charges he faced. Waters said they estimate Murdaugh stole more than $8.5 million from clients and law partners. Victim Jordan Jinks spoke to Murdaugh during victims' impact statements today. Murdaugh then addressed the court at length, speaking for about an hour and a half, or actually about a half hour, rather. He spoke directly to victims, including Jinks, calling him JJ. He told him he agreed with most of what he was saying, except for one important thing. Murdaugh was adamant that he said he would never, ever hurt his wife, Maggie, or his son, Paul.
I want each of you that spoke to know that I listened to you. I heard you. Your pain and your hurt is palpable. I get it. It's reasonable. And I promise you that it resonates with me.
Again, he was sentenced to 27 years. He will serve about 23 and a half years, though, since he has to serve 85% of his sentence. He will be back in court to possibly try and have a new trial. He's hoping for a hearing for a new trial on that double murder charge that he was convicted of in the near future. Live in Beaufort County, I'm Raymond Owens for News Nation.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm writing something down real quick. All right, so I think it was Betty Jo that asked a minute ago if he's getting a new trial or not. So they haven't said anything about that yet. So that's still upcoming. And on these financial charges, all he's going to have to serve is 23 and a half years for all that he did to all those people. Sonner. He makes me sick though with his little smirk. It's almost like he's enjoying this. Summer, do you think they'll pull in a new judge from like a different area? And Callie, that's what it kind of seemed like when I was listening to him talk. It was almost like he was up there giving his closing argument in a trial. All right, y'all. I'm going to drop the link. Anybody wants to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to. I do kind of want to keep it on topic tonight, though, if we can. And Devil Doll, I agree. I don't think he's ever going to get out. I mean, he's got the 2 life sentences. I don't think they might give him a new trial just based off of what the lady did with the jury or whatever. But I think if this goes to trial again for the for Maggie and Paul, I think it's still going to be a guilty verdict. I don't think that he's ever going to be able to get out. Hey, Lady V, how are you?
Hey, hon, give me just a second. I got to throw up.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Too fast, how are you?
This guy. Me. And I did think the same thing, too. I'm like, it's like he's giving his closing arguments or something.
Yeah, right. Like right there towards the end of it, he kind of like gets loud and is standing up straight and all that. It literally looked like he was putting on his last performance.
Yeah, because he was like self gratification right there. Oh, I've done this and I've been clean and blah blah. I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, I'm glad he's clean.
I am too.
I'm glad for that, but just all this me when it should have been about the victims and the people that he hurt and did wrong.
Yeah.
And he didn't. I mean, he tells them he's sorry. He should have like led off with that.
Yeah. Well, to me, I'll be honest with you. I think as he was apologizing, he was giving a bunch of excuses.
Yep.
And
I don't think
made me ill.
It was, he kept throwing that, well, the charges that I'm pleading guilty to. And Vapor said that he was doing that, kind of like talking to the jury pool, saying that's the only thing that I'm guilty of. I'm not guilty of what happened to Maggie and Paul.
Right.
Even though myself, I think he is. But
I think he is.
And I also think, like I said a minute ago, if he does get lucky and get a second trial, I don't think that he's going to get to go home. I think it's going to come back a guilty verdict again.
Oh, I do too. He wouldn't go home anyway. He still has 27 or 23 or whatever
23 and a half, because he's already gotten time served, so he got credit for that. And then on the 7-year sentence, it'll max out at 85%. So he has 23 and a half years on that. And it was like he was more concerned with the people that he did wrong and hurt and the financial crimes, which he should have been concerned about them, but he was more concerned about them than he was Buster.
Oh, I agree.
Like, you've taken Buster's mom and brother away, and you're more worried about.
Oh, he's not going to admit that in case he gets a new trial.
Right.
He's only going to admit to what he's been caught on.
I don't think even if he was to get a new trial and was still found guilty, he will go to his grave with that.
I agree. I'm just saying he's definitely not going to admit to it now.
Right.
I don't think he ever will because of Buster.
That is true too. Scott said, in my opinion, if he took drugs, he may not recall what he done. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was anything hard, Scott. I think it was mostly just like prescription stuff that he was taking.
Like, how can you spend that much money on drugs, man?
I mean, that's why he was having to scam all these people, all these insurance
I know, but
things.
can you
and all
imagine?
that.
We're talking millions of dollars in 16 years, like right around 20 million or something. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't. That's a lot of drugs.
A lot.
I don't even know how you take that many unless you're doing like some high priced cocaine or Coca-Cola or something.
Because I mean, just think of all the millions of dollars that he scammed.
Yeah.
And then he told Gloria Satterfield's sons that whenever he come up with a lie about the dog and her passing away, that he was doing it with good intentions.
Yeah, he said that.
You literally told a lie. You came up with a lie and had good intentions in your mind.
Yeah.
That
only he could think that way.
30 to 60 tablets a day, he said he was taking.
Oh, God.
How does somebody have that much time in the day to take that many?
I don't know, man.
Like I know that there's people who do. Where do they find the time to do that? That's literally, God, I don't even know how many that would be. That would be more than one an hour. If
Yeah.
you spread it out.
More than 2 an hour, actually, for
24 hours. That would be 48 if they just
yeah,
took
that's
2
48.
every
So
hour.
that's what,
Oh my
3
God.
3 an hour? Something like that.
I just, and if he was taking more than that at one time. Betty Jo, I agree. Good intentions, my ass. He knew exactly what he was doing when he came up with that lie.
Oh yeah, he did.
There was no good intentions at all. He was thinking of himself only and about the money that he was going to get off of it. And he already knew what he was going to spend that money on. And he left her kids. Didn't one of the kids get kicked out of their house or lose their house or something? One of the boys?
That I don't know. But you know what gets me more than anything else? What gets me is whenever he corrected and said, my wife and I, we raised our kids with help from our parents, but no, we raised our kids. And the guy's like, with the help of my sister.
Right.
He basically was like, no. We did it ourselves.
Well, okay, so wasn't Miss Satterfield, she was there from the time that Buster was a baby.
Yeah,
Or was
she's
it
been there
Paul?
for, I think her and, oh my gosh, his wife's name went right out of my head.
Maggie?
Maggie, yeah. I think her and Maggie were like best friends or something too. Hey, Avery.
Avery, how are you?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, how's Jaden?
Yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit, but we can hear you.
Okay, I'm trying to get outside. Hang on just 1 second.
Okay, you sound good now. It's not breaking up.
Hold on just a sec.
How's Jaden?
You know, I know this is a public stream, so I'd rather just message you, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
If that's all right.
That'll okay.
But I'm so out of breath, you guys. I was taking this big cabinet apart. This cabinet, it was a countertop in one of my stores. It is so big, and it's flipping my ass left and right. And then I heard, I think it was Scarlett said about Alec saying that he admitted to lying about Gloria's and her dog, about Gloria Satterfield and her dog. So then I had questions. So if you guys can just like picture me like trying to jump over all this mess I have in here, this big old cabinet that I've taken apart to get to my phone. So I'm out of breath because I didn't want to forget that I have no idea what you're talking about. What does that mean that he lied about Gloria and her dog? Is he?
No, he was talking about Gloria and their dog, because remember the story was that whenever she had passed away, that they were claiming that the dog had knocked her over and she fell down the steps.
So he's saying that he lied about that.
Yes.
So what is he saying really happened then? Is what I'm not understanding.
I thought he unalived her myself.
I remember it being said like like during the time of the trial or whatever, but I don't remember exactly what happened. But he did say tonight. Okay, so Devil Doll said he pushed her.
Which I don't understand why he doesn't have account for that.
So
has he even gone to trial for that yet?
I don't even think he's charged with.
I don't either. I don't understand because I remember that. Double Dog's right.
This is why I was jumping over freaking 2x4s as long as the whole damn dining room trying to get on StreamYard, because I was like, did he just mess up and admit to something?
It kind of just got.
It sounds like he
or
slipped.
something.
He could have, because he straight told her son sitting in that courtroom that when I came up with the lie about Gloria and the dog, I did it with good intentions.
Yeah.
And see, I watched the whole trial and I don't remember this. Like, this was like news to me. And unless I fell asleep or dozed off during the trial, because this is news to me that he's admitting to lying about that. So now I want to know.
He should have a charge for her death.
Yeah, he should.
But he came up with that lie about the dog tripping her and her falling down. And for some reason, I thought she fell down the stairs inside the house. But I think it was said it was the front steps outside the front door.
Yeah, the concrete steps.
Okay, I don't know why I had always thought that it was inside the house.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't know why I thought that, and that the dog had came through and it had tripped her or bumped into her or something, and she fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
No, it was the steps outside, and so she hit her head on the,
Yeah,
you
because
know, on
those
that
were
concrete.
brick. Those steps
Uh-huh.
are made of brick. So
Yeah.
that's 3 people that's passed away on that property.
So I'm trying to think here. Like, he's saying he told the lie with good intentions, but what would, if it isn't that he unalived her, what would he need to lie for? Like,
Yeah,
what
exactly.
would the good intentions be for?
Because okay, so he lied and told that's what it was. The story was the dog made her fall, and then
Mhm.
that way they could sue his insurance, and that's where he got the money from. That's how he scammed her kids. I think they were supposed to get like a $4 million insurance.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
And he ended up scamming them, and they didn't get that much.
yeah.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
still, I think he slipped up, because how could it have been with good intentions if he knew he was going to keep that damn money?
Right. I mean, there was no good intentions involved in that at all. He knew exactly what he was doing when he lied. He was going to do it for the insurance. He knew he was going to take the money
Yeah.
from those kids, and he knew what he was going to spend that money on.
Yeah.
Dang, y'all, I think he slipped up today.
So it won't surprise me if he catches a charge for her death.
Didn't they exhume her? Or was it just Stephen?
I know they did Stephen Smith. I can't remember if they did
I
the
thought
Satterfield or not.
I thought I'll Google it and see, but I thought there was
Okay.
something about her being exhumed also. I'm pretty sure, but I'll Google it.
Stephen Smith is just very weird thing too.
There's
Yeah.
some owls talking to each
I
other out
hear-
here. Yeah, now there's about 6 of them. Like, they're having a full-blown conversation. I'm sorry if it bothers y'all.
No,
I think
it's
it's cool.
Okay, so Devil Doll says there's 5 deaths surrounding him. So there would be Mallory Beach, which was the girl who died in the boat crash.
Mhm.
Maggie, Paul, Miss Satterfield, and Stephen Smith.
Mhm.
That is crazy.
But now Stephen Smith's, was it his mother? Where did I
Okay, so Stephen's mom swears that she saw Alec Murdaugh at the crime scene.
Well, I know his brother was there, Randy.
Mhm.
Randall.
But she's saying she saw Alec Murdaugh there too.
I read somewhere that the Murdaughs are Buster, and at least, well, I think it said the Murdaughs are cleared, and it's the Connolly guy is their person of interest.
Yeah, because I heard that wasn't it 2 to begin with, 2 persons of interest.
But see, Alex could have put the Connolly guy up to it, you know, to.
Yeah, could have paid him with some of that stolen money.
Okay, so wait, dang it! I just saw. Okay, so Summer, are you saying that Alec had something to do with his father and his grandfather as well?
Wow.
Because Devil Doll was like naming all the people he was involved with their death, and then Summer says tags her and it says his father and grandfather. So I wonder if that's what she's saying.
You getting sick, Avery?
It's just this change of weather that we keep having. It's warm one minute and freezing cold. That like right now it is 32 degrees. It's just a change of the fluctuation in the weather. I better not be getting sick.
Yeah, this is just a crazy case.
Yeah, it's 28 here.
I mean, I practically drown myself in sanitizer if I, have to go out
Yeah.
before
Mhm.
I go, step inside of the house. So,
Definitely.
and I'm taking everything you could possibly think of to keep from getting sick so I don't get Jaden sick.
We had my oldest granddaughter. She had a hole in her heart, and she had open heart surgery when she was 18 months old. And
Mm-hmm.
when she was, I think it's either 8 or 10. And yeah, we used to do the same thing. It's like, you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to take one single germ. Did anybody
Yeah.
see Bill B tonight?
No, I haven't seen him anywhere. But he did say on Vapor's panel that for some reason he's been getting real tired lately.
Yeah.
And I think he said he was gonna try to start I think he said I don't want to lie, but I think he said he was gonna try to start getting back on some kind of a schedule, like a sleep schedule. But I could be telling you a lie because my memory's crap.
Yes.
Hey, Arv, how are you? Okay, so Summer said no, his father and grandfather were just like him. Look into his family history. Okay, thank you, Summer.
Yeah, they were evil. In fact, when I was still doing true crime on my channel, and I had dug into his grandfather, I had seen where his grandfather had actually been disbarred for a while because he had pretty much gotten involved in the same type of charges that Alex just pled guilty to. It was embezzling and some other stuff, but somehow it ended up getting washed under the rug, and he ended up getting, his title back. But
Yeah.
for a while, and look, I had to pull this up on like microfilm. That's how old this was.
Well, I mean, that whole family goes way back.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it go back, Thomas, the inception of that state?
I mean, I don't know what he was talking about that he ruined his family's reputation because honestly,
Well,
I
that's
think,
why people were like, whenever that girl got unalived at the boat, they were like,
Mhm.
"Good luck," it's Paul Murdaugh.
Right.
Murdaugh. Good luck trying to get any justice.
Yeah.
Right. And the things his grandpa did, and his dad was pretty evil too. And I can't think of specific,
That,
off the top of my head, but his dad did some shady shit too.
that's what Summer was just saying, that his dad, hold on, let me find it so I can read it. His
Mm-hmm.
father wrote a fake obituary in 1976 because Miss Libby, his wife, was going to out him. So he wrote a fake obituary for his wife.
Oh my word!
Wow.
Did he
Wow.
unalive her?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
Summer was saying that on Vapor's channel. She said she's got the obituary somewhere
Yeah,
stashed.
but is it the fake one or is it the one? Did he actually unalive her?
No, the fake one, I think Summer said.
Yeah, because wasn't Alex's mom still alive when Maggie and Paul died?
Yeah, because supposedly that was his alibi.
Yeah,
That he did.
there, and then his dad passed away like a few days after that. Kelly said, I have mad respect for that judge that had them take his grandfather's pictures down in the hallway of the courthouse.
Yeah. The person whose testimony sticks with me the most out of throughout the whole entire trial is his mom and dad's, I guess she was the housekeeper or the caretaker. I think she was a caretaker. The I don't remember her name, but it was the black lady, and she was crying. Her bottom lip was just trembling because she did not want to speak bad about the
Oh,
Murdaugh
yeah.
family, but
A lot of them were scared.
but at the same time, she knew that Alex was lying about his alibi and his time frame. And it's like she felt so bad for telling the truth and trembling and scared. And her testimony just, now to me, that was very authentic testimony. And that just sticks with me for like,
Well, I think a lot of people in that area are, well, maybe not now, but were scared of them.
Oh, yeah. They were scared to death of the Murdaugh.
Like they wouldn't go against them or anything else.
so what do y'all think about his son not being there? That tells a lot, right?
That should tell him something. I mean, was it?
Dang.
But I mean, and if you were to ask him, he would probably say, "Oh, well, he didn't come because of the media," trying to downplay it. When the truth is, he probably doesn't want to be anywhere around his dad.
Well, he said in that one interview that his dad has, what did he say? Was it sociopathic or psychopathic tendencies?
Wait, that who said?
Bester said that in the last interview that he did. He said that his dad has, it was either sociopathic or psychopathic tendencies. And I can't remember which one it was.
I can't remember if I watched the last one. I remember watching one. But I don't
It was like his, it was the last one, and it was the one where he just really opened up about everything.
Okay, I must not have watched that one because there was one that came out not long after the trial ended.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one that I watched. I don't know if that was, did he have one before the trial?
No, this was definitely after the trial.
Okay, so I think I watched the first one. I didn't watch the second one then.
Yeah. Now, he did say that he didn't believe that his dad killed his mother and his brother, but he did say that he believed his dad had those tendencies, and I can't remember if he, said psychopath. I can't remember which one he said, but he said one of them, and I thought, oh, doesn't sound like he's so much on his dad's side anymore.
Somerset also had pics of Moselle. I took a field trip before the trial. Were you able, is it just the outside, Summer? I seen pics of the inside of that house. The house is gorgeous on the outside. The inside, not so much. It's too
Yeah,
much.
I saw those too. I was really kind of shocked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
How
thought that it looked like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
how
you
old
should
kinda-
ask him.
That's why I thought it was on the stairs, because I thought they had pictures of the stairs and there was stuff on the stairs.
You should ask Summer how she got those pictures.
Summer, you want to share how you got them?
Oh, she got a smile, man.
Okay, she said it's just the outside. The inside looked like hell. Yeah, the inside, all that wood on the walls, and
it just looks shabby in there to me.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, gaudy.
It doesn't look like anything of what you would think by standing on the outside looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's very pretty house from the outside, though. I'm sure he's okay just on.
Who will be?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's worried about him.
Yeah, no, he said last night and the night before that he was just feeling really tired, like constantly tired, and he needed to start getting some sleep.
Well, he, being a caregiver is exhausting.
That is true. Now I'm curious to know if Summer was one of the jury members, so she got the field trip to the house.
Nope.
Oh shit, that ain't it.
No, not me. She probably would have stood him up there and had him in front of the firing squad before the trial was over.
Yeah, it was worth a shot asking though.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Eric,
goodness.
how are you? Yeah, I wouldn't want to own that house or that property because I remember seeing somebody had posted on Twitter that no matter who owns that land, no matter who lives in that house or uses those kennels or anything, that a part of Maggie and Paul will always be there because you can't get rid of stuff in the ground. If y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's true of like any place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand. I don't know. I have a weird relationship with death, so it's probably just me.
I don't know. I told you guys after my mom, well, I don't know if I told it on Scarlett's panel, but after my mom passed away and I came back here to her house and started hearing her coughing, my ass left and went and stayed in a hotel for a while.
My thing is, as long as, even if the death was violent, it doesn't mean that their souls are tortured. It could have a very peaceful feeling to it, too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know. I just have a, because, yeah, it's just, okay, that's what I was getting ready to bring up, Elliot, is because how many other people have died on that land? It's a plantation, right? Or was a plantation.
I think it's an old one, isn't it?
So how many slaves passed away
Oh, goodness.
If you think about everybody that goes from the East Coast to the West Coast, they traveled here through Kansas and everything else. You know, it's like they're people unalive all over the place. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that place used to be a plantation. Wow.
So anyway, I guess I just have a weird thing with, as long as it's not malevolent, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I
It
mean,
doesn't
even
bother
if there was like from way back in the day, it's just the fact that
you know about it.
Yeah, we're here in this day when it happened, and we know about it. We've followed the trial some more than others, and like we know the exact location of all three of them who passed away there, and that's what makes it.
I mean, there's bad,
scary.
but there's good spirits, or there's just spirits that are just there.
Right. Okay. Summer said it wasn't a plantation.
It was not.
Yeah, she said it was not.
I just assumed, to be honest with you, that it was. But even so, I mean, we're talking about, even so, I'm sure that land property's been changed. Anyway, you all get what I mean. As long as it's not a malevolent spirit, I'm okay with it.
I gotta hop down. Jaden needs me, but I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Message me, hon.
I will.
Where is everybody? Get your butt up here.
All right. Summer says suspected drug smuggler and Alex Murdaugh's longtime friend and business partner who passed away in 2018. That's what Moselle was before he owned it. Okay. I know Betty Jo says she would be right back. She had to lay down with the grandbaby.
Yeah.
Because the baby was wanting to go to sleep.
The baby ordered her.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, I'm going to lay down with you right now. She is so cute.
Okay, so Summer, I'm interested now, and you may not want to say it in chat in here, but you got to let me know how you got the field trip there.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a time when I was young and I could smile and get my way too.
I don't know. I wonder how many more court appearances he's going to have to make besides if he gets a new trial?
Yeah.
Like, how many other charges is there that he's got to go to court for?
I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood when they said 4, but I thought the judge had said something about when he said he was retiring and he was leaving this all behind, leaving it all behind with him. And then I thought he said something about 4, but I didn't hear it all. So
I wish I would have watched the hearing today.
It was long.
Yeah, I woke up too late. I wish I would have got to see it.
But I didn't watch it from then. I watched it later in the afternoon, but it was like, oh my God. I watched every moment of it. I was like, oh my God.
I just don't like watching because I don't like how he puts on the fake cry and then he looks over at the camera to see if the camera's watching.
I was just like, oh my God. I drove my ass. I may have a few connections. Yeah, all you have to just say it. All you had to do was give them that pretty smile, and they said, "Yes, ma'am, you can go on in and take pictures of that shabby house."
Elliot, no, there's nothing new on Kohlberger. There's still no trial date set. Hopefully soon they will come out and say when they're going to set a trial date. But I don't know, Elliot, if you've heard, the house is not going to be demolished anytime soon. So that's a plus. I'm trying to think of what else.
About Idaho?
Yeah, Elliot was asking if there was any more new Kohlberger news.
Yeah, but what good is that going to do now? They've ripped the place apart.
Yeah, because I did see a picture where it showed in Maddie's room, like part of the wall was missing.
Didn't they have part of the floor pulled up in the living room area at one time? Or is
I think in Xana's room, I believe.
I thought in the living room, maybe. No, I was pretty sure they had some of the floorboards pulled up in the living room.
They may have. They could have. Because when I was off that month, I missed a lot. I did know about the cameras they were going to allow in the courtroom. I did hear about that. And then the FBI going back in and doing the audio and visual scans of the house. And they're going to do an actual model of the house. But there's other things. And like there was some documents that was released, which when I went back and read them, there wasn't a whole lot to them. But there might have been some other things that I missed. And Eric, where are the 2 kids at that you're talking about? Like what part of Louisiana? Because I haven't heard of that.
I know that they can do all sorts of mathematical equations and, how much sound would a bed take up or this or that or the other. Maybe they can simulate it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they might have patched it up, Kenny, but I mean, you still don't have the furniture there. You don't have anything there.
Eric, no, I'm several hours north of Baton Rouge, but I didn't know that they were looking for 2 kids down there.
Baton Rouge, Eric.
But yeah, I'm curious to know, like, if I don't understand why he just didn't go ahead and just plead guilty to all of them. Like, I get he has hopes of a new trial, but dude, you literally screwed several people over.
Yeah.
Out of millions of dollars.
God, I can't believe all that. I just can't believe all that money on drugs. That's just crazy.
It's just, I mean, and they're never going to be able to get it. I mean, there's no way he can pay all that back to them.
No, isn't the law office, aren't they responsible for some of it too? Isn't the banks that help facilitate it, are they liable for any of it?
I don't know if they would be or not because they wouldn't have. I mean, because they didn't really know what was going on.
Well, yeah, but they kept saying that guy had helped him out. I don't know. I don't feel good. My brain doesn't work at all.
Yeah, I understand that.
Where is everybody? Why aren't you all up here? Why do you want to speak in the Scottish tongue, Sally Mae?
What about doing an audio video scan of the inside of 1122 King Road house needed? They have the assistance of the FBI revisiting and tearing it up even further, unless it was to cover up more stuff. I don't think they were tearing anything else up inside. I think they just went back just for the scans, which makes no sense. It seems like they would have done that in the very beginning with all the furniture in there.
Yeah. Well, they're saying they have new things that they didn't have, but we're only talking a year. It's not like you went from A to Z in a year.
Tonka, you think he could have stashed some of that money somewhere? Because wasn't it? I don't know where I heard this from, but that somebody said something about that Buster knew where Alec had hid some.
That was one of the lawyers today had said not all that money went to drugs. He knows, he said that money is put someplace and he knows where it is. It didn't all go to drugs.
He could have stashed it somewhere. I mean, I'm sure he knew whenever he was doing all these wrong things, all these people, that he was eventually going to get caught. He might have stashed it somewhere, not in a bank or anything, just had it stashed somewhere for safekeeping in case he needed it.
Could be.
See, offshore trusts and courts can't touch it, and Buster can still get a check from it. And maybe that's why he did it. Because, I mean, wasn't it the reason why he hired the guy to try to unalive him? And he didn't succeed in it? And that was the guy that Alec had hired to unalive him.
Unalive who?
Alec. Remember, he hired the guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's the reason why, because if Alec would have done it himself, then the insurance wouldn't have paid out to Buster. So he hired the guy to do it, which the guy did not succeed in it. And so that kept Buster from getting the life insurance policy.
Well, if Buster knows where that money is, Buster needs to man up and give it back to those people. There was one police officer that he couldn't retire. He was hurt in the line of duty. He could not retire because he had at least, it was either 125 or 150K that he had to pay back for medical bills that Alex ripped him off.
And Devil Doll, yes, Cousin Eddie. I couldn't remember the man's name. But he's sitting in jail now for an assisted unaliving. And Alec didn't even get a charge for it. So some are saying it's overseas, which that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wasn't he like the third or fourth generation well-established attorney of high prestige and good reputation? I believe it was Elliot, his dad, grandfather, and
I think it went back like 100 years or something.
I want to say back to like his great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Maybe further than that, but I know at least the great-grandfather.
Yeah, it was either his great or great-great, it seemed like, because it seemed like it'd been like 100 years or more, somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, D. Smith, how are you?
Hey, D.
One attempted, so nearly 6. Right, Devil Doll. And that's what I'm saying. But he didn't catch a charge for hiring a hitman.
I guess maybe because it was for him.
But he still should have got a charge for it.
Yeah, you would think.
You hired someone to unalive someone else. Even if it was for himself, he still should have got a charge for it.
Is the dude, but the dude is in jail. Okay, yeah, 107 years, right.
But that is a long time for a family to go back in
It
one
is.
place and be in that type of work and basically run and be over everything in that area.
Yeah, that's why people were scared to death to say anything about him.
Yep.
Tonka, hello. I didn't say hi to you. I'm sorry. I was.
Let's see that hit. I double dog. I agree. It should. If you hire somebody, if it would have been anybody else that hired a hitman, they would have went to jail. They would have called a charge and they would have went to jail. So why does he not have a charge for that, even though it was against him himself?
Good old boys. Yep.
And he should be charged in Miss Satterfield's death.
Oh yes, definitely. I think I'm with Avery. I think he slipped up.
Yeah, he plain as day. Like he didn't even miss a beat with it. He looked right at her son and
Yeah.
told him that whenever I come up with that lie about Gloria and the dog, I
It
did
was
it with
for
good
good.
intentions.
Yeah, it's like you're in your good intentions. How I mean, after you explained it. Hi Mars. After you explained it, JC,
Oh, hey JC and Mars, how are y'all?
it made sense to me why it would be to their good, but
Well, I mean, if he's admitting that he lied about the incident happening with the dog,
right.
then he's basically saying, I know what happened to her and I know that it wasn't because of the dog.
Right.
So I wonder if they're going to go back and question him on that now.
I would.
I would too, but
then there was that one gentleman. This made me mad too because there was a paraplegic, I believe it was a paraplegic, that he waited so long to file his court case that the statute of limitations was up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A paraplegic. I'm like, how cold-blooded is that?
Because he didn't care. He didn't care about nobody but himself. He didn't care about the consequences.
No.
He didn't care about the families, the victims. He didn't care about his own family and what it could do to them if he got caught with the prison.
Right.
Listen to. Okay, so Summer, wasn't there 2 911 calls? Because didn't Maggie make one and Alec make one?
Do you have it? Maybe since we're focusing on this, maybe we could go back and replay it.
I wonder if I can find that.
JC, get your butt up here. He's probably still at work.
Okay, Maggie and Paul. Okay. Paste that way.
Hey, your stuff should be there tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Gloria Satterfield's 911 calls.
Seems like an inconvenience.
Huh?
Summer just put, it seems like an inconvenience to Maggie and Paul, in my opinion.
Oh, the 911 calls too? Okay, well, JC, if I'm still live whenever you get home, just let me know and I'll throw you the link. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so you know how like whenever you go to Google to look something up and they have like questions on there and you can click on the question and it drops down. Well, there was a question on here that Paul pushed Gloria Satterfield down the steps and it said it was speculated in the documentary that either Paul or Maggie had pushed her down the stairs.
Well, I don't think Maggie would.
I don't
So
know.
it wasn't Alex.
I guess not.
So it didn't happen that when it couldn't have happened that night. Or for some reason I was under the impression it had happened that night.
What, the night of
that
Maggie and them died?
Yeah.
No, I think it was like several months before that, wasn't it?
Well, apparently so.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The only way it makes sense.
Let's see what it was.
I think I'm having back pain. What do you call it? Phantom pain for you.
See, that back pain is.
It's contagious.
It's no joke.
No, it's not.
Okay, so on February the 2nd of 2018.
February 2nd.
Is what I'm pulling up here now. Oh, okay, so let's mute it.
Okay, so how long has he been in jail? Summer says way before. Sympathy pain. Thank you.
Well,
Like, what do you call that crap?
if you have back pain, I feel sorry for you because it's savage, I can tell you.
Yeah, it's not near as bad as yours, though, so I'll be fine.
Okay, so 6 said since he left rehab after getting shot. They had just moved to Moselle when that happened. Okay, yeah, it says here.
I need to really rewatch
February
that.
2018. Yeah, because there's a lot that I need to get caught up on as well.
I have forgotten a lot. As soon as Sick said that, I remembered something about it.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. We all know that like she was there from the time both of the boys were small and had a hand in raising them, but Alec wanted to take credit for it. Him and Maggie.
That was just rude.
And I heard somebody say something out loud in the courtroom, but I couldn't.
That was the brother saying.
Okay, I heard him say
sister's help.
Yeah, something about with someone's help, but I couldn't hear.
Yeah, that
exactly
was he was saying with my sister's help.
He just that's him. He's in the beginning. It was like he was talking down to the victims.
It was to me too. There's just so many narcissistic people. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like he kept throwing in for the charges that I'm pleading guilty to today. Like we already know that you're pleading guilty to charges.
Not that I'm guilty of, but I'm pleading guilty to. That's like
right. But
not taking responsibility.
Well, I mean, just
pleading to him.
Well, I mean, he took a plea deal. He shouldn't have even took a plea deal. He should have got up there and been like, look, okay, so and so, like, just, if you wanted to go through all of the names, okay, fine, go through all the names and address them one by one. But he should have just straight up said, I done you wrong.
Yeah.
I am sorry for what I have done to you and put you and your family through. But it was, he made this whole big long spiel of, it was my addiction,
taking more and more drugs every day, and
I mean, he was blaming it on that, but you can sit there and say that you knew that whenever you created that lie, you were doing it with good intention.
Yes, JC, his brother's name is Randy. Yeah, I mean, it was like he just was making excuses one after the other.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but saying I'm pleading guilty for this doesn't mean that you're taking responsibility for it.
No.
Taking responsibility is saying, I am guilty of this. Oh, this guy, I can't even hardly stand him.
Okay, thank you, Gigi. That's pretty much what it was. It was excuse after excuse. He was trying to squeeze tears out of his eyes.
Yeah. He didn't have the onion handkerchief with him this time.
No. And it was like when he was talking to Buster, even though Buster wasn't there. I'm pretty sure he knew Buster was probably watching. It was, he talked different to Buster than what he did to the other people. It was, I don't think he had
Buster
any
got less
sympathy.
than anybody.
Right. But it was like, I don't think he gave sympathy to anybody that he addressed, but it was almost like they got more.
than he
of a
did. Yeah.
remorseful type, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, than Buster did. Or
Mhm.
that's how I took it.
No, me
Yeah,
too.
Mara
I was kind of surprised.
It was just like, I don't know, it was weird how he did it. And then he told somebody that he can't think of anybody else that he's closer to in this world. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, what about your kids? Like, were you not, which I know Paul's gone, but were you not closer to your kids than this person that you're
The only
addressing?
child you have left.
Yeah, it was weird how he addressed Buster versus the other
Yeah.
victims. Sick, that is true. 15 minutes on the victims and 40 minutes on his family and ancestors. And he told the one friend that he wanted to take him up on the offer. Does anybody know what that offer was?
Yes. The guy had said he hopes that he puts him on the visiting list because he's got intimate things, because that's the one he'd been friends with since they were 8 years old. And he said, I've got intimate things, that really important connections here that I want to talk to you one-on-one about. So please make sure you put me on the visitors list.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because he didn't want to bring up all those intimate things, I guess, connections or whatever. Because I guess, let's see, I guess when there was like hunting for the police department and things like that, and Alec put him in charge of it. But then whenever he was there, it was Maggie that drove him all over every place, not Alec. I'm not sure, but he felt he was proud of the fact that Alec had put him in charge of that, but at the same time saying, hi, Jariah. I'm sorry, I'm just used to saying Jorah. I don't know. Some of that was a little scrambled to me because I need to go back and rewatch that whole trial. I have forgotten so much.
Okay, so Devil also Randall. Is it Randall or Randall? I know it can be spelled the same way, but pronounced two different ways.
It's Randall.
Okay.
But I'm not sure, but I know he calls him Randy a lot. That's his brother.
Okay, so he was the henchman, his cleanup man.
Yeah, but yet he's got to be one of the most honest people in the world.
Oh yeah, somebody in chat was like, he sure does know a lot of really honest people.
Yeah, I know.
But the brother that was the most honest man, it was kind of almost like he was telling the people, everybody who was listening, who, you know, hey, if you're ever in the state and you're ever in our county and you have an issue, my brother is still an attorney and he's the most honest man I know.
Yeah, but didn't he bankrupt them?
Yeah, he hurt him a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
financially. I mean,
I wait a minute. Okay, I remember at some point Randy knew about his drug addiction before this happened, I believe. But I mean, before the unalivings happened.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, guys? I just lost. Oh, Jariah says hello to Lost Souls.
Jariah, how are you?
Sorry, I had to take a muscle relaxer. It's making me sleepy. Well, I'm glad I came up here. You would have been talking to yourself.
I know. I love it when I have people up here with me.
I do too. When I'm like, somebody get your butt up here on mine. I was like, I did a haul yesterday and I was like, somebody please come up here and talk to me.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. If any of y'all lived in that county, the Murdaughs are very well prominent people in that county and this and that, and something happened and you needed an attorney. After this whole deal with Alec has came out. Would y'all go to one of the Murdaugh attorneys?
Hell no.
But they're very
I wouldn't
honest
trust
people.
any of them, especially if I lived there and I knew about his dad and his grandpa and his great grandpa. Okay, JC would like the link.
Okay, I'm grabbing it for.
Yeah, he's probably tired, Thistle. He said he's been really getting tired. I remember him saying that the other night.
Yeah, it's ain't no telling what's going around where he lives too. I know a lot of people around here have been getting sick.
Well, they don't even know what I have. I was like, okay, I didn't think about it while I was there Sunday. I don't know what, because I felt so horrible, and I'm just like, give me the pills, man. I need to get over this. And then, excuse me, when I got up Monday, I started thinking, they tested me for strep, which I don't have, but she didn't test me for anything else. She thinks it might be related to my UTI, but what does that mean? I got it the same place I don't.
Yeah, there was a girl
There
that
was no
came
mention
in.
of COVID. There was no mention of nothing. They didn't test me for it, anything.
Yeah, there was a girl that came into the ER last night, said she needed to get tested for strep, and the lady was like, "Well, we don't do just a strep test. Like, I have to put you down a different reason for why you're here other than that." And
Why?
I don't, because they don't just like, she would need to go to her regular doctor to get tested for that instead of the ER. So I don't know what they put her down for as her reason of being there. But when I left this morning, she was still sitting in the waiting room.
Oh man, see, I hate going. Hello, hun.
JC, how are you?
I'm good. Where is everybody?
Okay,
I can't hear you,
we can't hear you, honey.
Where is everybody?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me cut her up.
Go find him. She said, "Where is everybody?"
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm having.
Did they say they were coming over to you after Vapors?
I saw Vapor, KK
Yeah, he was
there.
Yeah, all them were in chat a minute ago.
Huh. Why did one of them?
Okay, I don't know. I cannot, JC, I can't hear anything you're saying.
Sorry.
Are you still at work?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why she's
It
being
might be.
quiet.
Hold on.
Okay, because the only reason I know she's talking is her little thing around her picture moves, but I can't hear what she's saying.
What on earth is okay? What's going on in Discord?
I don't even have mine pulled up. Cookie is listening. She was decorating. I don't even want to think about decorating.
Oh, good. We're having Christmas here today. I just don't want to. Not today. This year.
This year.
Sorry, I'm reading.
Elliot, thank you for all of that information. Hey, Vaughn, how are you?
Oh, a troll in chat. Okay.
Is there one in chat?
Sally said there was.
I must have missed it.
I think I know who it might have been.
I must have missed it.
Oh.
Okay. Where did November go? It blew by. That is the truth. It went by like super quick. Okay, we lost JC. Let me grab the link for her again and put it back out.
Well, I'm upset because I'm missing all of the holiday nails.
All of the what?
The holiday nails.
You can't make them?
No, I haven't gone to work. I've only been to work once since I got back.
Oh, okay.
And I only stayed there for like 5 hours. Hey, Free.
Lord. Last time I went to the ER, spent 6 hours, and then a nurse came in. I was there, I don't know, like an hour in the waiting room. And
I
then once
tell
they
you,
got me to the back, it was like super quick.
if I go to the actual emergency room, I'm bad because I will avoid that place at all costs unless absolutely no other choice.
Yeah, I don't like going to the doctor, but I had to go last night. I couldn't take the pain no more.
Yeah. I mean, no, I've gone too for that. I get it, but it's like,
Jariah, we are talking about Alec Murdaugh and him getting sentenced today for the financial crimes that he has committed. So he was sentenced to 27
oh my
years,
gosh.
but he will only have to serve out 23 and a half because on the 7-year sentence that he got, he only has to serve 85% of it.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah, exactly, Mars. You have no idea what you're walking into. And that has nothing to do with the C word. That just has to do with, yeah, I'm a little bit germophobic, not a lot germophobic, but and it's aggravating because there's a lot of people that use the ER for their doctor. So it's like,
yep.
I'm really sick over here, dude. I'm not in here for my prescriptions, okay? Somebody help me. When I went in with COVID, though, oh my, they had me back in the ER so fast, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, they were pretty quick last night. I mean, there was like 3 people with me, 2 or 3 people, and they got them on back and then called me back, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, there's JC back.
Is that better?
I can hear you a little bit, but it's still not as loud. But I'm gonna cut you up.
I'm being kind of quiet too.
Okay, now talk and let me see if I can hear you better.
Is that better?
It's still, even though I cut you up, it still didn't change your volume.
Is that better?
No, it's still the same, but I can hear what you're saying.
You can.
But I've got you all the way up now.
Okay.
So how have you been?
I'm okay. A little stressed, but
How is your coworker?
I don't know. If she ain't here.
Oh,
I
shit.
can
I
barely
can't hear
hear
now.
you.
She's not here.
She's not there. Okay.
No. That's why I'm staying.
That's why she's being
Summer.
quiet, because she's at work.
Jariah, she can't yell because she's still at work.
She's cheating on work.
It's more fun to come hang out with us.
I totally am.
Is there anybody else around you?
No, not at the moment.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's nobody around you, why don't you just talk louder?
That's the only reason I'm on, is because nobody else is around.
Okay. Well, all right. I can hear you good now. It sounds normal.
Yeah, normally when you're talking quietly, it's not that quiet.
Yeah, it almost sounded like she was completely muffled.
Yeah.
And whispering.
I mean, because she's been on mine when she's been still at work, and it wasn't that quiet.
Yeah. No, she sounds good now. I can hear you good. So you said you were doing okay, right? JC, you still there? Did we lose her again?
I'm here.
Okay.
I said, it's just that when my phone goes off, it mutes me. So.
Okay.
Hey, Kelly.
But yeah, I was just saying,
Hey, what's going on?
that's the only reason I'm on is because nobody else is around.
Okay, cool. We don't want you to get in trouble or anything like that.
Kelly,
Kelly, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. What was it, Lady V?
I asked if you read your family Discord.
No, I haven't. Hold on. I'm not even on Discord.
Oh, how are you doing, Kelly?
I'm all right, I guess. That whole stupid Murdaugh thing just pisses me off. They just need to throw the damn key away and call it good.
Oh my God, when he was talking, I'm like, would you say more than 2 to 5 words at a time, please? And wait about 20 seconds in between?
No, just shut the fuck up is what I was saying. After the first 10 minutes, I'm like, just sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
He's like, this
Sorry.
is taking longer than I anticipated. And I'm like, yeah, because you're saying 4 words at a time and waiting 20 seconds in between those.
Oh, God.
Right. Oh, and I'm so used to talking on Vapors Live, so if you don't want me to say the F-bomb, just let me know because I'm...
Yeah, keep them to a minimum just because YouTube don't like it.
Okay, I'm just so used to just saying whatever.
Yeah,
on
I
that.
get it. Big Al, thank you so much for gifting those memberships. That was very nice of you. Thank you.
Hey,
Kelly, that's why Vapor has the live before Scarlet, so we can get it all out of our system.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It just makes you more easygoing about saying it.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, in mine, we talk about whatever and yada, yada, and blah, blah, blah.
But don't you private and unlist yours too?
Well, I do, but I don't really care for that word. And my husband's like, you're a lady. The other ladies in there are ladies. People should respect the fact that they're ladies and not say it.
Right.
Okay,
Oh, my
I will
grandpa
button
was
my mouth.
my grandpa was absolutely disgusted by it. And my grandma too. However, my dad can't get too mad at me. So
if it comes out my mouth, I've done lost it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I don't know. KK, are you still in here?
Yeah, Crazy Crime Chick was asking me today how she got on your Discord.
Crazy Crime Chick?
Who's Crazy Crime Chick?
She's I've known her for a while.
And she had to.
She's on mine.
She had to have been a member and then
Yeah,
click on the link.
That's what I told her. She has to be a member first.
Oh, KK's decorating. I forgot Summer. Thank you. Yeah, because I have the link posted on my members only community page,
Right.
so only the members can see it. So she would have to be a member and clicked on the link to get in.
Is it me, or has there just been a lot of stuff going on?
No, a bunch of shit's going on, and personally, and
that's what I
just
saying.
True crime and crazy shit just coming up everywhere. And I need my medicine, and that's a whole different story. Get up here! And my one dog, he's asleep on the couch, and the other one's looking at me like I'm stupid. Are you coming up here or not? Yeah, fine, whatever. Sorry.
My aunt is hilarious. She's
the one that came and seen you.
Yes, she's hilarious. She has her dogs and stuff, and then she has She has this cockatoo. It's a great cockatoo, so it's a great big one.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing, it'll argue with her. She argues back at it. And she'll be in the other room and she'll hear, bad bird, bad bird.
Oh my
And
God.
she knows he's doing something, he tells on himself. But he'll walk into the kitchen. She's had him for like 20 years. He'll walk into the kitchen, climb up on her pants, go all the way to her top. So she will heat up some chicken to feed him.
Oh my
Lord.
gosh. My great aunt had a talking bird. I don't know what it was. It must have been a parakeet or a cockatoo.
Well, he's like 40 years old.
Oh my gosh.
So
Well, they
he
can live
talks really
They
well.
can be like 100.
Yeah, and honestly, you can have conversation.
playing.
We had some ourselves when I was growing up, and they'll carry on a conversation with you. They're not stupid.
Oh no. My Aunt
People think they're
Colleen.
stupid, but
My
they're
Aunt
not
Colleen
stupid.
had hers. I can't remember what his name was. Jasper, maybe? I
Yeah,
think
they
his name
can.
was Jasper. And
They
we
can
had
be like,
full on.
yeah,
Yeah, she trained him for a full vocabulary. We
yeah.
had full on conversations with him.
Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something real quick. I found the 911 call that Summer was talking about,
good.
but there was something I wanted to look at real quick.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
how did
For some
you like that?
reason, I'm not sad that I missed this today.
Yeah, don't be.
You didn't miss anything.
It was me.
Scarlett,
I.
Yeah, Kelly.
how did you like that picture, that binder that Scarlett posted? That Summer posted. I was like, damn, that's huge on Discord.
Oh yeah, I seen it. I had never seen one like that.
Scarlett, I saw what you posted about that Mendez girl.
Oh, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awfulness.
Yeah, they finally, which I'm pretty sure they have known for a while that it was her, but they finally released that information to the public.
Wow.
I was looking at something because I was listening to the 911 call at the very beginning of it, and it's Maggie, and she's saying that there was 8 steps involved. So I was looking for a picture of the front of the house so I could go count the steps. All right, do y'all want to hear the 911 call?
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, honey, how are you? Okay, let me get it pulled up here real quick. Let's start with this. Okay, pull this up. All right, everybody on panel mute. That way it doesn't come through. And everybody in chat can hear it clearly. Okay, so Summer says, listen how she said she fell up the stairs and how they speak to. Okay, thank you, Summer.
February 2, 2018.
Come here. 911, what is your emergency? 4147 Moselle Road. Okay, can you give me the address one more time, make sure I got it right? Yes, 4147 Moselle Road. Okay, what's going on out there? I'm sorry? What's going on out there? My housekeeper has fallen and her head is bleeding. I cannot get her up. Okay, you said she's fallen. She's bleeding from the head? Yes. Okay. How old is she? I'm not sure, like 58 maybe. Do you know if she fell from standing or not? No. No. Where'd she fall from? She fell going up the steps, up the brick steps. Okay, so she outside or inside? Outside. Okay. How many steps is there? 8. Okay, is she on the ground or is she up near the top? She's on the ground. She's on the ground. She's on the ground. Is she conscious? No, not really. Is she awake at all? Yes. Okay. Is she just not like responding appropriately, but she is awake? Man, she's not. No, she's not responding. Okay, I've already got them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down, ma'am. Knowing if she's conscious is one of the things that the medic needs to know if she's responding at all to you.
No.
Okay, so she's not responsive at all.
Well, I mean, she's mumbling.
Okay, so she is somewhat conscious. Is she breathing okay?
Yes.
Is she bleeding from anywhere?
Yes, her head.
Okay, are you guys able to control the bleeding?
No.
Can you
I
put
haven't
a
even
clean
tried.
rag or anything on it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, is she bleeding from like her face, the back of the head,
I've got an
her neck?
ambulance coming. Sir, my name what?
Where exactly is she bleeding from on her head?
I'm not sure. At the top of her head.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
What happened?
She just fell back down. Can I get off this phone so I can go down there?
Can I have your name and phone number? Are you able to bring the phone down by her?
What?
Are you on a cell phone where you can walk down there
I'm
and
on
talk?
a cell phone. No.
Okay, can you bring it with you so we can ask her some questions about what kind of pain she's having?
Hello?
Yeah, can you ask the patient what kind of pain she's having?
Ma'am, she can't talk.
Okay, do you know?
She's cracked her head and there's blood on the concrete and she's bleeding out of her left ear.
Okay, she's bleeding out of her ear.
And out of her head. She's cracked her skull.
Okay. All right, the other lady said that she had tried to stand up and fell down again.
No, I was holding her up. And
Okay.
she told me to turn her loose and she was trying to use her arm, but then she fell back over.
Okay, do you guys know who she is?
Yeah, she works for us.
Okay, do you know if she's ever had a stroke or anything before?
Ma'am, can you stop asking her these
I
questions?
already have them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down in any way. These are relevant questions that I have to ask for the ambulance. One of my questions is, has she ever had a stroke?
I don't believe she's ever had a stroke now that I know of.
Okay. Okay, is she able to talk to you guys at all, or is she unconscious now?
She's not unconscious. She's just mumbling.
Okay.
I believe she's maybe hit her head and maybe has a concussion or something.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you know what her name is?
Gloria Satterfield.
You said Sanderfield?
Ma'am?
You said Sanderfield?
Satterfield.
Satterfield. Okay, what's the house look like out there?
It's offset off the road.
Okay.
It's a big house, got a long driveway.
With a long driveway?
Yeah.
Is there a gate or anything down there that they're going to need to come through?
There's two big brick columns that have to come through.
Okay, but there's no like gate code or anything that they need?
No, ma'am. And tell them that they can look for a fellow on a 6x6 Ranger.
Okay.
Waiting on them in the road is green. You know what they probably know what the Ranger looks like.
Yeah. You said like
Fella's
green.
got on a black sweater, a hat, and pants.
Okay. All right. If something changes with her, if she loses consciousness or anything like that, I need one of you guys to call me back right away, okay?
Okay, well, how long is it going to take? Because this pickup...
That I don't know. I've had them on the way since Maggie first called me. They were toned right away.
Okay.
All right, but I think they're coming... Hang on 1 minute. Let me check. They're coming from somewhere on Belt Highway in Ruffin, okay? That's where their station is.
Thank you.
All right, but like I said, if something changes, call me back.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Rude.
I mean, yeah, he kind of, like, first she was bleeding out of her head, then out of her ear. He said that she cracked her skull, but then he thinks she hit her head.
I don't know. To me, it's like Summer said. They sound like it was an inconvenience.
Yeah.
To be calling for her. I thought Maggie and her were supposed to be friends.
And she didn't even know how old she was, and she's been working for them since
they were babies.
At least, yeah, the boys were babies.
I don't get that. I mean, okay, I'm one of those people that do what I need to do, and then after it's all over, that's when I panic.
Yeah, that's how I am.
But that doesn't mean that I don't have some emotion or urgency in my voice.
Right.
I have to give kudos to the 911 caller.
Oh yeah, because I mean, she just was like, okay, these questions, and they are relevant because she could have had a stroke, and that could have been what made her fall. And if she would have
Right.
had a stroke, anybody who's ever heard about a stroke, time is of the essence in that case.
Yeah.
The quicker they get a help, the better their chances are of survival.
Right. And she's like, they're already on their way,
Well,
not going to take any longer just because I'm asking you these relevant questions.
Yeah, it was almost like I hate this.
So we were aggravated.
That's what it sounded like. So she put Paul on the phone, and then he just was even more aggravated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get the falling up the steps.
Well, I've fallen up steps before.
Yeah, I mean, as you're going up the steps, you can fall. But was she walking up the steps and then fell back? Well, no, because that would be falling down the steps.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, if she was walking up the steps and she tripped and fell, okay, that would make sense, falling up the stairs, but she was laying at the bottom of them where the concrete was. And it sounded like he was disgusted with the blood being on the concrete.
Yeah, kind of.
Anybody catch that? Like,
yeah, I did.
All over the concrete. All right, hold on just a second, Big Al, and I'll get the link for you. Yeah, it was.
Big Al.
I don't know. They just, and like I said, I get the calmness. I get that because I freak out after the fact of after everything's calmed down. I start freaking out. A lot of people do that, but there's no. Like somebody said in the chat, she's cool as a cucumber. And maybe that's just how she was. I don't know.
Well, no, it's more than cool as a cucumber. It's more than like cold as a stone.
Yeah, there was no feelings, I guess.
Maggie said she fell up the stairs. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've fallen up the steps too.
I fell up the steps with holding a bottle of Crown Royal in one hand and some papers in the other, and ended up with glass embedded in my chest.
Yeah, it hurts. And
because you don't have when you're going upstairs,
you're going
especially if you have
face
anything in
forward.
your hands, you're going face forward and you don't have time to get your hands down.
Right.
So you're much more liable to smash your noggin or the front of your body than you would be even falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
Because I've done that too.
But wasn't Miss Satterfield's where her head injury wasn't it? Didn't they say the back of her head? Like the back of it was cracked, and then she had
the back of her head was messed up. Then there's foul play.
Something wrong, yeah.
But I mean, if from her chin to the middle of the top of her head, I can totally see
Summer
that.
says she fell down the stairs.
Right. Yeah, and that's why whenever I heard when the dispatch asked like how many stairs are involved, and she said 8, I had to go find the picture so I could count the steps.
Okay, so
it's funny that she knew exactly how many steps on the top of her head.
Right.
Summer said, "Play it again and listen very closely."
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get it pulled back up here.
So did she fall twice? Did Paul say she got
said
up?
She fell up the steps, and then they were holding her up, and she told them to let her go, and she fell again.
Oh, so I'd let somebody go.
That's what I heard.
Okay, let's play it again, everybody, on panel mute. And I know y'all it's kind of low, but I have the volume all the way up as loud as I can get it. Okay, let me do this.
9:24 a.m. 38 seconds, February 2, 2018.
Come here.
911, where's your emergency?
4147 Moselle Road.
Okay, can you give me the address one more time, make sure I got it right?
Yes, 4147 Moselle Road.
Okay, what's going on out there?
I'm sorry?
What's going on out there?
My housekeeper has fallen and her head is bleeding. I cannot get her up.
Okay, you said she's fallen. She's bleeding from the head.
Yes,
Okay. How old is she?
I'm not sure, like 58 maybe.
Do you know if she fell from standing or not?
No, no.
Where'd she fall from?
She fell going up the steps, up the brick steps.
Okay, so she outside or inside?
Outside.
Okay. How many steps is there?
8.
Okay, is she on the ground or is she up near the
She's
top?
on the ground. She's on the ground. She's on the ground.
Is she conscious?
No, not really.
Is she awake at all?
Yes.
Okay. Is she just not like responding appropriately, but she is awake?
Man, she's not responding.
Okay, I've already got them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down, ma'am. Knowing if she's conscious is one of the things that the medic needs to know if she's responding at all to you.
No.
Okay, so she's not responsive at all.
Well, I mean, she's mumbling.
Okay, so she is somewhat conscious. Is she breathing okay?
Yes.
Is she bleeding from anywhere?
Yes, her head.
Okay, are you guys able to control the bleeding?
No.
Can you
I
put
haven't
a
even
clean
tried.
rag or anything on it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, is she bleeding from like her face, the back of the head,
I got
her
an
neck?
ambulance coming. Sir, my name what?
Where exactly is she bleeding from on her head?
I'm not sure. At the top of her head.
Okay.
Watch it.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
What happened?
She just fell back down. Can I get off this phone so I can go down there?
Can I have your name and phone number? Are you able to bring the phone down by her?
What?
Are you on a cell phone where you can walk down there
I'm
and
on
talk?
a cell phone. No.
Okay, can you bring it with you so we can ask her some questions about what kind of pain she's having?
Hello?
Yeah, can you ask the patient what kind of pain she's having?
Ma'am, she can't talk.
Okay, do you know,
She's cracked her head and there's blood on the concrete and she's bleeding out of her left ear.
okay, she's bleeding out of her ear.
And out of her head. She's cracked her skull.
Okay. All right, the other lady said that she had tried to stand up and fell down again.
No, I was holding her up. And
Okay.
she told me to turn her loose and she was trying to use her arm, but then she fell back over.
Okay, do you guys know who she is?
Yeah, she works for us.
Okay, do you know if she's ever had a stroke or anything before?
Ma'am, can you stop asking her these
I
questions?
already have them on the way. I already have them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down in any way. These are relevant questions that I have to ask for the ambulance. One of my questions is, has she ever had a stroke?
I don't believe she's ever had a stroke, not that I know of.
Okay. Okay, is she able to talk to you guys at all, or is she unconscious now?
She's not unconscious, she's just mumbling.
Okay.
I believe she's maybe hit her head and maybe has a concussion or something.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you know what her name is?
Gloria Satterfield.
You said Sanderfield?
Ma'am?
You said Sanderfield?
Satterfield.
Satterfield. Okay, what's the house look like out there?
It's offset off the road.
Okay.
It's a big house, got a wide driveway.
With a long driveway?
Yeah,
Is there a gate or anything down there that they're going to need to come through?
There's two big brick columns that have to come through.
Okay, but there's no like gate code or anything that they need?
No, ma'am. And tell them that they can look for a fellow on a 6x6 Ranger.
Okay.
Waiting on them in the road is green. You know what
They probably know what the Ranger looks like.
Yeah. You said like
Fella's
green.
got on a black sweater, a hat, and pants.
Okay. All right. If something changes with her, if she loses consciousness or anything like that, I need one of you guys to call me back right away, okay?
Okay, well, how long is it going to take? Because this took us.
That I don't know. I've had them on the way since Maggie first called me. They were toned right away.
Okay.
All right, but I think they're coming. Hang on 1 minute. Let me check. They're coming from somewhere on Belt Highway in Ruffin, okay? That's where their station is.
Thank you.
All right, but like I said, if something changes, call me back.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How would they know he has pants on if he's sitting in a truck?
Thank God he had pants on. Oh my God, what would we have done with it? Yeah, there's a guy out there in a 6x6 with no pants on. What the? Okay, now I don't know anything about this case. I didn't follow it at all. I literally know nothing about it. And these two people, to me, from someone looking from completely outside of this case, I literally don't know shit about it. They both sound very impatient. And they want him to just hurry the hell up and get there.
Yeah.
That's the impression
And
that
not
I'm
an
getting.
urgency because somebody's hurt. They just
Right. They think the questions are stupid because we already called 911. Just get here.
But in fact, the stroke question is very relevant.
Right, but when you're the one sitting there watching someone bleed, you just want
They
to hurry
didn't
the hell
even
up
try
and
to
get there.
control it. She said, "Have y'all tried to control it?" And she's like, "No, I haven't tried to do that, but I have a rag on it." So, and then they wasn't even down on the ground with her. They were on the porch with her, up on the porch.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
no,
they just
they
didn't know what the
sound
hell
more
to do.
inconvenienced by and aggravated by
They
the
didn't
whole
sound
thing.
urgent. They sounded frustrated, like they
Like
just wanted him to get
irritated
there.
and-
Irritated, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, this
and-
lady has worked for them for many, many years, and she didn't even know how old she was.
Well, I picked up on that, and that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But it sounds to me, someone in chat, I think Summer was saying that she fell down the stairs. I at no point did I hear anything about anybody falling down the stairs.
No, it sounded like she said she fell going up the stairs.
Yeah, she
So
said going up the stairs.
And
I'm
what she
thinking,
meant was going down.
Was she going down and fell, or was she going up the stairs? Maybe someone pushed her, or she lost her balance and she fell backwards down the steps.
Summer said, but she
hit
had
her
a
head.
Yeah.
I mean, was she going there to clean the house?
I think she did all kind of things for them.
Well, if she was going there to clean the house and she had her hands full and she was climbing up the steps and tripped forward, I
think I heard.
her noggin.
I think I heard she was going there to pick up her paycheck. I don't think she was actually working that day. I could be wrong, but I think I heard somewhere.
Her hand.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I'm just saying that's why she was there. Not that anything, but why
Yeah.
she was there. Not necessarily that she was working that day, but she was picking up her paycheck.
But I think she did more than just like clean for them. Like she basically raised those two.
She cooked for them too, didn't she?
I think she did a little bit of everything.
Laundry, everything.
Yeah. Summer said she lived there 90% of the time.
It didn't sound like they were doing everything they could for her. I will say that.
No, I mean, they wasn't even trying to control the bleeding. And then he says she's bleeding from her head and from her left ear. And then he says, I think she hit her head and may have a concussion. Like he was trying to think, like, am I supposed to say the word concussion?
Yeah, it is weird that she was bleeding from her ear, and the first lady didn't mention that.
Right.
Someone bleeding from their ear is odd.
Very noticeable. And yeah.
It'd be noteworthy to mention that.
Yep.
Yeah, that means you hit your head really fucking hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, he said she had a cracked skull. That's what Paul said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said did he say she cracked her skull?
Yeah, that was the first thing he said, that she fell and she cracked her skull and there's red fluid all over the concrete. And then after that, it says, I think she hit her head and may have a concussion. But you just said there's red fluid all over the concrete. Therefore, you know she had to have hit her head. Look into the
Yeah, I don't
parents in
know.
your family history, then tell me how you feel about it.
What?
Summer, that's the first time I've ever heard the 911 call, and it seems a little suspect to me,
And
honestly.
Summer, I'm not saying anything either way. I'm just saying from someone who doesn't know anything about it, they just sound aggravated, irritated, like hurry up and get here. That's what it sounded like to me. But I don't hear anybody panicking in the background. If someone just busted their head open and there's blood everywhere and they're bleeding out of their ear, I think I should hear at least one person panicking.
Okay, so wait, I have a question. If was it ever said that Maggie and or Paul seen her fall down the stairs? Because if Alec comes up with this big elaborate lie that he had good intentions for, that the dog knocked her down, then Paul and Maggie would have known that he was lying. Does that make sense?
I agree, Summer. I don't think they touched her at all either.
And that's sad. To have, if that's the case, this lady's laying on the ground, she's hurting, she's bleeding, and she's been with this family all these years, and they're doing nothing to help her.
I found it odd that she knew there were exactly 8 steps off the top of her head.
That's why I had to go count them to make sure.
No,
I counted 7,
no,
but
I don't find that funny.
No, I find it odd.
I don't, because every time I go up and down my stairs, I know exactly. I count every single step every single time.
do you really?
I do.
Hmm.
I always have. I have this thing with counting, but
Oh,
now
okay.
that I'm older, I want to make sure I'm at the 14th step, the last step down off of the stairs. That's step 14 to me. So I know for sure I'm off the stairs, so I don't
Okay. That
go
makes
flying
sense.
down the stairs.
I have ADD, and if it was me, I would like forget my number about the halfway mark and have to go back upstairs to come back downstairs because I'd forget what number I'm on.
Yeah, no, it's like I've got 3 steps in my garage. Our parents down here, they have 4 steps. They're brick and they have 4 steps. And I count that stuff. Okay, I blew my knee skiing 23 years ago. So like I've counted them, but I've always counted stuff, but I think that's when I really started counting the steps, and things like that, but I don't find it funny. Because if you're carrying groceries in or out or something like that, you want to make sure that you're not, missing a step.
Honestly, I don't know how many steps are in the front of my house. Y'all gonna have me count them now.
I gotta show you guys the steps that I fell down. Or fell up and down.
I'm just curious, though, if they saw her when she fell, or if that's what they were told, or they thought that happened, and Alec is really the one who knew exactly what happened, but he tried to blame it on the dog.
Did you hear though at the very beginning of it, she said, "Get over here"?
I seen when somebody said that, but I never could hear it.
So
I heard it. It was right before 911 came on.
So I wonder if she was talking to the dog or she was talking to.
No, it sounded like she's talking to Paul.
Oh, okay. Okay, so these are the what now?
Yeah, those are the steps that I fell up and down.
Oh, wow.
And in the wintertime when there's 2 feet of snow,
Right.
they're a real mofo.
But it seems like, okay, so if you're going upstairs like these, which the ones that she fell down were all brick.
Concrete.
Well, there was,
right?
They were brick. The steps themselves were brick, but at the bottom of the steps was like a concrete, I guess,
slab
pad, and then turns into like a little walkway type thing there. But okay, so like those, if you were going up them and you fall, it seems like you're gonna go face first, hit the front of your
go
head.
face first.
And it seems like you might, if you were to slide down them, you would go slide down them on
You
your
hit your
stomach.
chin. Yeah, you
Yeah.
hit your chin. But going forward, depending on where your head lands, you could either hit the top of your head
Mhm.
on the front of a step or the side of your head on the corner of a step.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can land going forward. All of which would be from the top of your head to your chin would
Mhm.
be where.
There would be a lot of head trauma.
Yeah, I mean that's where you would land is from the top of your head to your chin, somewhere in there, or on the sides of your head.
I just feel bad though that she was laying there and they just plainly said on the 911 call that they haven't even tried to control the bleeding. Like that's like, how do you just let someone lay there?
That's a whole lot more than 8 steps. That can't be the steps.
Which one? The one that I just had pulled up?
The one, yeah, the one.
No, those are the ones I fell down. Those are my steps, Lady V.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, those are not the steps.
No, my dumbass fell down those and up those multiple times. I fell from the 3rd step from the top all the way to the bottom going down.
Oh, shoot, man.
Yeah, middle of winter. It was awful. 25 below zero outside.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Hit the ice and just, yeah, it was awful. I was down for like a week. But yeah, falling forward, going up the stairs, it happens. I mean, and especially if you have stuff in your hands, it hurts.
Yeah.
Like I said, I landed on a bottle of Crown Royal and it shattered, and I had glass embedded in my chest through my clothes.
My husband, he fell up our steps to the 2nd floor.
Okay, so Mars said, okay, but they said she fell up the steps. How did she wind up down them? That's what doesn't make sense. It's like she ended up in the opposite direction of what they're saying. Now, if she's walking up the steps and she loses her balance and she falls backwards, that makes sense. But I'm looking at the fact that she wouldn't have been very far up the steps to be able to end up landing on the concrete. Unless she just basically tripped all the way down the steps that she had already
Do you have
went
a
up.
picture of the steps?
Yes. Hold on, let me grab it.
Yeah, because that's why I thought that was them, because she said she had to go look.
Well,
Yeah,
you say 8 steps, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what are the angle of the steps? Are they really steep?
Okay.
How far apart?
Some steps are really steep. Some steps are super wide, so you've got more room to plant your feet.
Okay, this is the. Oh wait, no, hold on. Here's a better one here too. Let me get this one real quick. I'm trying to find one that's like a good close up one of the front of the house.
I think when they were talking to the ambulance or the dispatcher, they were saying the person on the ATV was wearing a hat. That's what I heard. A black sweater, a hat, and pants. Not what color pants, just pants.
He has pants on.
Apparently he put on pants for the occasion.
I was like, okay.
Okay, I don't want to print this picture. Why is it not bringing it up bigger? Damn it.
Yeah, Jiraiya in chat says when you fall, you try to block that fall. Yes, but when you only fall 3 feet, you only have so much time to get your hands up. And the older you are, the slower your reaction time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
God. And the
God.
more surprised you are, the slower your reaction time.
Okay, so this new computer, for whatever reason, I don't want to print this. So whenever I try to bring it up, I don't want to do it like this. It's wanting to bring it up to where I print it, and I don't want to do that.
It's bringing up print preview?
Yes, instead of, how whenever you take a picture and you put it into like your downloads or your picture folder or whatever.
Yeah, right. Click it and go to edit.
And whenever
you got the new Windows, don't you?
A Windows 11.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying no. Do you want a free upgrade? No.
I don't even see edit when I right click.
That's another reason to not upgrade.
See, my other one had Windows 10.
Yeah, I like Windows 10. I mean, as much as I can. It'll date me a little bit, but I miss Windows XP.
Oh
It
yeah,
always worked. Always, no
it
matter
did.
what.
That was a good one.
The cure all for Windows XP was turn the computer off and turn it back on, and it always worked when you did.
Exactly.
But I don't want to print it though. That's the thing, and that's what it's trying to make me do. And I don't like Windows 11. Even when I put it into a folder, it's trying to make me do that.
When you put it in a folder and you right click it, you can't go to edit.
No, I right click it and there's no edit. It's open with. Let me try open with and see what that does.
Man, if I couldn't right click on a picture and edit it, I would lose my mind. I do that 10 times a day just for the bar. Not to mention the memes and everything else on Twitter.
Copy, rename, share, delete. Yeah, I can't open it with anything else, and I can't. There's no edit. This is such a nut. And I don't want to print it. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay. Hold on. Let me go. I'm fixing to do something, and I'll let one of y'all pull it up for me. I'm fixing to drop it in. Lady V, are you able to bring anything up?
You can drop in messages on Twitter if you want. I'll take it.
Okay. Let's see. Where's it at?
I don't have a computer yet.
Okay. Profile, see pictures. All right, I'm sending it on Discord because that's what I had open. All right, there's 2 of them. I just sent on Discord.
All right.
One of them is really close to the front steps.
Oh, okay.
A blue banner in front of it, but you can still see the steps.
Share screen. Well, that's an awfully small photo.
You can't make it any bigger than that?
It's not letting me.
Summer said she can send pictures to you, Scarlett.
If you can drop them into Twitter, I can make them as big as I want.
See, the thing is, though, Summer, if I have pictures on my computer, because I've got to figure this out. The pictures, whenever I click on them to bring them up, it's sending them to a print preview, and I don't want that because the picture is not very big. Let me find Twitter, and I'll just send them in there. I got to figure out.
Sally's like swear jar filling up. Mine is on the floor broken already, Sally.
Yeah, mine's done overflowed with the damn commercials earlier.
We
Scarlett,
have enough to buy a computer now.
It's really easy to add that to your right-click context menu. You'll just have to pull up the video on YouTube and watch it.
Okay. All right, I just sent them on Twitter.
All right. There we go.
Let me get back over to here.
All right, there we go. That's bigger.
Okay, that picture's a little blurry, but
yeah,
they can still see it.
The other one I think is better.
Oh, that one's better.
Yeah, this one's better.
So see, the steps are wide.
They're wide.
Oh, that's easy to fall up.
So if you fell up one of those, that's a lot of space for your head to be smashing into.
It is.
That looks like they're 12 inches wide.
On the steps, does it look like to y'all that each step has like an overhang on the top of it?
At least an inch.
Yeah. That would be very easy to hang your foot on and trip.
Oh, for sure.
Why would anybody do that to an outside step?
And to be honest with you, who's going to walk up the sides and use the railing when it's that wide? You're going to walk right up the middle.
Yeah.
Right. And that could have been what happened. She could have been walking up them if nobody touched her, hung her foot, and fell back.
All you got to have is somebody yell at you while your foot's going up the step.
Mm-hmm.
You catch your toe, and before you know it, you're face first on the bricks.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Those people sound. I mean, something doesn't sound right about the way they're reacting.
Yep.
To me, anyway. I don't know.
That's what we've been saying.
Well, I see both sides of it though, without knowing anything about it.
Like
I've had to call 911, and I'm like, just fucking get here, man. Stop asking me questions. I don't know.
I get I get the urgency of wanting the ambulance to get there, but you don't have to be rude about it. But I also see neither one of them really being freaked out at the time, because like I said, I'm that way. If something happens, I don't freak out until after it's all done and said and over with, and I can actually think about what just happened. But there was no concern at all from what I could hear. Like they wasn't even down there with her, and she's laying on the concrete at the bottom of the stairs. They didn't try to control the bleeding.
Avery said it's the side steps, not the front step, that she fell up.
Okay, now the side steps. Hold on, I've seen pictures of those two. I think those are wood though. The side steps are. Let me see if I can find that picture. Right here. Let me try this.
I can tell you what, those steps with those railings, those were not cheap.
That didn't work. Okay.
That's an expensive set of 8 steps.
The image. Save image. I'm gonna have to figure out this Windows 11 thing. Okay, so here's the side steps. I'm just gonna drop it in Twitter. Okay. I can't. I thought they were wood, but they may not be. You really can't see them. See if I can find a better one. Summer, do you have a picture from the house of the side door? Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Why isn't it coming up? Oh, there it goes. I can't tell if those are brick or wood.
Now, those are the ones they said that the family went in and out of those all the time.
Because there's one there, and then is this the same ones that goes into that big room that the news people had showed, like the big open game room or whatever? Do y'all remember seeing that? Summer, can you send me a picture of like the inside of it, or the steps, like what they're made of? Where they found, okay, so that would have been where they found the casings, where it was coming out of that big room that had all the firearms, and I guess it was, I think they called it a game room. Oh, it looks about 8 as well. Okay, thank you, Summer. I just can't tell if they're made from brick or wood. Now this is irritating me because of my pictures. Well, let me look them up. Okay, well, you don't. I mean, Summer, you don't have to worry about it right now. I'm just curious of how they look. Okay. Is that the only side steps that house have? Does anybody know?
If it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's the front. Wait a minute.
I know they have some at the back, but I think those are like the ones that's in the front.
I see 2 sets of stairs on this picture.
Okay, on the one that I just pulled up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the steps that have the doggy windows up above it looks like a 2-story house. It's like at the front part of the picture, that's the side door. The other steps are at the front door. Or back door 1. It's one of the two because I think the front door and the back door had the same kind of steps from what I had seen on other pictures. And I thought I could find a better picture than that, but I don't guess I can. Like there's all kind of pictures of the rest of the property, but not really a whole lot of the house. Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'll wait for Summer to send me. Since you the steps on. Okay, thank you, Avery. Let me go back to Twitter now. Here. Oh, so there's 2 sets of side steps.
God, that's what I was saying. I saw 2.
Okay. I didn't see the other ones that's
I
off the
zoomed
front
in.
porch.
I zoomed in is how I saw
Oh,
that.
okay. All right, so let me send these to Big Al too so he can pull them up. Where did my picture go? God. The hell did the picture go? Save image as. It's not letting me download this.
Can you just right click it, copy it, and drop it in the message?
Copy image. See if that'll work. Paste. Okay, that worked. Ah, that was much easier. Okay. Hey Elizabeth, how are you? Okay, see, I was thinking these over to the right side of the tree because I'd never seen these over here on the front porch before.
Those look like brick. The ones on the left
Um,
side.
Off the porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I wouldn't bet 100%, but they look like brick from the pictures.
So I wonder if all of their steps then were brick, just to kind of keep it going.
Let me see if.
Okay, so here's a picture.
That's about as blown up as I can go. And it looks.
All right, I'm about to send another one to you. Summer sent this picture here, which would be.
Oh, wait a minute. It's sharing the wrong. Hang on a second.
Okay, so the one I just sent to you would be to the stairs to the right of the tree.
Well, here's the first one you sent me, blown up.
Okay, I just sent you another one after that.
Okay, but you got to share my screen again. There you go. So now that's blown up so you can see it a lot better.
Is this the parents' house?
This is Alec and him's house.
Do
Where
his parents
Oh,
live
those are
with them?
definitely brick.
no, I don't think it's no, because remember he said that was what he was going to use, claiming that he went to see his mama.
Right.
Okay, these steps would be to the right of the tree that
I'm
comes
gonna
out
say
of the
all
room.
of the steps are brick because
brick.
it matches the bottom 4 feet of the house.
Right. So this is coming out of the room that they call the game room or whatever. Okay, Summer, so look at the other one, it's closer. Are you talking about the one he's got pulled up now, Summer?
But
Was there
you can
another
tell
one that
just
you
by
saw?
looking at this, they don't take care of that house. Look at the banisters and where the
Well, this
banisters
was
come down
after
to.
this was after they left, I think.
Oh, okay.
Summer
Well,
Summer
I
was
mean,
able to get a trip there to the house or whatever, and she took pictures of the
don't
outside
worry
of it.
about it being overgrown and everything. I mean, the condition of the house is still, I mean, the banisters and stuff is still
Yeah,
needs work.
I don't know how long this was after they left from there and after everything happened, but
I don't either, but if you look on the right side down at the bottom of that pedestal, you can see where it's separating from the
Yeah,
top.
it's separated from the concrete. Concrete's sinking.
Yep.
That didn't happen in a month. I'm just saying it's a very expensive appearing house.
But
I
not.
think they listed for like $4 million, the property and the house and all.
It'd have to be the property. That house is not worth it. You'd have to totally redo it.
Yeah, the inside of the house was horrible looking. Jariah.
I can't see.
Thank you for sending those, Summer. I mean, it's a very pretty house from the outside.
It's huge.
Yeah,
Huh.
it is. It's a big,
Oh.
huge house, big 2-story house. But it's too much wood on the inside of it for me. Gorgeous from the outside, though. Let's see what this thing. Wait, what is it? I hate that stain mats. Like that. Oh, they'll trick you. Okay. Yeah, I think if it's cleaned up, repainted, cleansed a few times.
With sage.
Yes. And all that
Lots
property,
of sage.
it's a good hunting property. But I think the whole thing would need to be cleansed and blessed and all that. I hope Buster's in counseling. He needs to be, Avery, honestly. Like what the dudes went through. Elizabeth sent buckets of sage. The kennels were scary. Tree stands everywhere. Thank God they did not have cameras. Summer, you never know. There could have been cameras there and you just didn't know they were there. But I mean, the property, I forget, it's like over, somebody said in chat earlier exactly how many acres it was. But I mean, they did all of their hunting on it. Like they were able to go hunting and spread out when they were hunting. It's because it's so big. Stated months ago that she was already possibly threatening with both of them, and they actually they pushed her backwards on purpose and rage. I wonder how long before called 911. That's a good question, Richie.
What?
Richie said how long between the fall and the 911 call. Buster's hiding from jail or Hilton Head.
Well, Summer said earlier there's so-called word around that they weren't such great people either.
Yeah.
But they didn't deserve what they got.
Right. No, they didn't deserve that.
Maybe, maybe her family thought they were a lot closer to him than what the Murdaughs thought.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe he addressed her family and then had the nerve to say was it my father-in-law and mother-in-law or my in-laws or something like
But
that?
I don't like the word in-law.
He should have never addressed those people as his in-laws.
Were they even there? I don't even think they were there.
I don't know. I mean, he was talking to Buster, and Buster wasn't even there.
I know it. I don't even know. Well, I would think his brother would have been there, though.
Okay, thank you, Elliot. So it was Elliot who said it was 1,770 acres of hunting property.
That'd be nice.
Yes. So with that in the house, and I think all the buildings they had, the kennels and everything, which the kennels would need to be tore down, and the big shed barn thing close right there where it happened to Maggie, all that would have to be tore down. Let's see, my customer saw Maggie's sister, and she said they look just alike. Oh. All right, Mar, have a good night, honey. I love you.
Good night, sweetie.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm getting off, but I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. Eric, it was 1,770 acres. There's white sage cedar and a couple of other kinds of sweetgrass. I mean, that whole place would need to be cleansed.
I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have any problem saging things.
No, it gets rid of all the negative energy.
It does.
Summer said the damn driveway was 1 acre.
Well, it sounds like it might have been. That sounds like it was really long.
Yeah, because I don't think you could see the house from the road or that whole one shed on the other end of the property and the kennels and all that. I don't think you could even see that whole building from there. You're welcome, Eric. Some said in another chat, Buster was meant to be in Thailand. He could be. I mean, he may be trying to get away from all the media and everything else.
And Dad.
Just wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if he went and changed it. Because somebody else said that about he needs to go and change his appearance. Wouldn't surprise me if he changed his name, too.
What do you mean it's a house, Thistle? You getting all uppity now that you have, a membership?
Hey, Lefty, how are you?
You're talking in caps now.
Oh, yeah, no, all caps in chat. That's
Stop
only for
screaming.
the mods. I only let the mods do that. That's only because it's easier for me to catch their comments.
And we like to yell.
Lady V had to take a couple days off because her voice took a vacation, but she's back.
She does sound better than what she did
Sounds
the
a
other
lot
night.
better.
When I heard her
yeah.
talking last night, she sounded better.
Yeah.
Now, if I could just get this fever under control, I'd be better.
Yeah, that's gotta suck too.
Yeah, because my eyes start burning.
Let's just hope it's not the new Chinese flu that they said was coming 9 months ago.
Yep.
That is apparently coming.
Oh, this one said, sorry, Alex Murdaugh yelled it, so I yelled it. About it being a house. I heard somebody, wasn't it the prosecutors or whatever, asking did he live in a trailer or something like that? And he was like, no, it's a house.
It's a
house, dude. And it was like, it's a big one or something like that.
He should be going, don't you know where I live? You guys have been hunting out here.
Yeah, he made that comment to the dispatcher too. It's a big house.
Oh my God.
Well, if it's set off from the road, they can't see it from the road, so he gives a shit if it's a big house.
Yeah, nobody's gonna know if it's a big house.
They
or
can't
not,
see it. There. We're just looking for the guy with his pants on.
In a car.
Okay, and then
Whoa! Why was
Richie?
Richie hidden in the
That
chat?
was Mar. She did it by accident.
Poor
You be
Richie.
nice to Richie.
Richie's a sweetheart.
She does that sometimes when she's in the chat. She'll hit the screen by accident. But Richie did say they had to get their story straight before even calling 911. Neither one of them had no problem hurting people and making excuses. Boat accidents. And the boat accident situation was a sad one too. That girl lost her life. Paul had
That was bad. He
Buster.
was drunk.
Yeah, had Buster's ID in order to buy the liquor or the alcohol.
Yep. Like they didn't know who the kid was.
Right. Yeah, because they knew who he was. Everybody there knew who that family was. But he comes in, shows an ID. They see he shows an ID on camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it comes back on the store, they could say, well, he pulled out an ID and showed me, and it looked like him. Paul slapped it. Yes, I did hear about that, Summer, about Paul slapping her. And they said that whenever he was drunk, that it was a different personality.
Yeah.
And I forgot what they called the other personality, but he was completely different. Alex tried to say someone else was driving a boat.
He's an asshole. I'm sorry.
No, he wanted to put it on somebody else to keep Paul from getting in trouble. And then turns around and does what he did to Paul.
Was he on the boat?
Stephen Smith?
Stephen.
Yeah.
No, he'd already passed away by then. By the time the boat accident.
Yeah, there were rumors allegedly about he and Buster and
Mm-hmm. Paul changed after the death of that lady. I hear an echo. Let's see. Made it to the store finally home. Welcome back, Mr. Rosebud. Okay, I hear an echo coming from somewhere.
It's not me. I'm muted.
Timmy, that was it. Thank you, Summer. They said he was a completely different person. He was mean, is what I'd heard. Stephen is the only one they found in the street. Yes. But now the feds were able to unlock his phone and tablet.
that whole thing did not make a lick of sense either.
No, because wasn't it being said that the way he was found laying, that it was like it was staged?
Yeah, and like the phone, let's see, what was it? There was something about his shoes. Something about the phone. God, it's been a while. But yeah, it was like...
Yeah, a lot of that case, it makes sense either.
The way that he landed, he couldn't have landed.
It was like they were trying to make it look like he was hit by a vehicle, and that it looked like it was staged. But people are saying that it happened somewhere else and he was placed there.
Right. I think was his phone still in his hand or something? It was something weird like that.
You know, if you get hit by a vehicle, your phone's going flying out your hand. Or I would think anyway. So I don't know, maybe now that they're able to get into his electronics, that they will be able to come across something in there that will help them solve his case.
I hope so. Did you say you had something on that you were talking about tonight?
There was an article that I seen. Let me see if I put it in my email. Second here. Let's see, why is this not working? Okay, yes, I do right here. So.
Yeah, it was Summer. Maybe it was in his pocket. I remember there was just something weird about the phone.
Well, there was something, I remember seeing pictures of the inside of his car, and there was something like it had fallen down between his seat and the door, but on the passenger side. But I don't remember what that was.
I don't either. I cannot clearly remember it, but seemed like it was something about his phone, maybe his shoes or the way he was positioned.
Yeah, I remember the way him being positioned. It made it look like he was placed there to make it look like a hit and run. And also read that Buster and Steve may have been involved. I did hear that too, Eric, that they were involved with each other.
Yeah.
But I've heard where Buster has said that they wasn't in a relationship and that he had nothing to do with Steven's death.
Yeah, well, he ain't gonna say it did unless you know what I mean. It's like
right. Yeah, he's not gonna admit it. And his gas tank was open. Well, didn't they say that he ran out of gas, but his mama said that couldn't be true because he always made sure he had enough gas to get where he was going?
I think I heard that, yeah.
JC.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
she
here.
was still on, but would have been knocked off. This one, I think so too.
So, okay, so
right.
the whole boating...
Okay, I knew yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm sorry.
So the whole boating accident was a Paul thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul was driving a boat when it happened.
And then the Steven thing is a Buster thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or they're saying allegedly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was rumors going around that Steven and Buster they were in a relationship.
A thing.
But, yeah. Mama always said never run out of gas. Okay, so this is from News Nation, came out on the 28th. It just said that South Carolina authorities reinvestigating the death of Stephen Smith have now unlocked the deceased teen's phone and tablet, attorney Eric Bland told News Nation host Chris Cuomo on Monday evening. So, Eric Bland, is he representing Stephen's mom? Because I know he was representing, wasn't it the Satterfield boys? Gloria's kids?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I think he is. I'm not 100% because I know that he's taking care of that. Mark Tinsley is taking care of the Mallory Beach. And so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Smith, a 19-year-old nursing student, was murdered in 2015 with the death initially being ruled as a hit and run. Smith's family maintains that he was murdered and has refused to let the case go cold. So the investigation into Smith's death was reopened in 2021 and ruled a homicide in March of 2023. Investigators did not reveal that Smith's case was being reopened until after the disgraced attorney Alex Murdaugh's double murder trial. Alex Murdaugh was found guilty in March of murdering his wife and youngest son in a trial that drew national attention. I think it drew way more than national attention. It was like a global type thing. Okay, so although rumors have swirled in South Carolina's Low Country about Smith and Murdaugh's son Buster, there is currently no known evidence linking any Murdaugh family members to Smith's death. Bland and Smith's mother, Sandy, believe renewed access to the teen's electronic devices may reveal key evidence in the case that could potentially provide a link to the Murdaugh family. I think between the phone and the tablet, it will yield some information that close in proximity to when Stephen was murdered, she explained. When Stephen, going away with a prominent person, as he told his mother, but more importantly, SLED, which is the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, will be able to talk to the investigating officers and confirm whether Alex Murdaugh was at the accident scene, Bland told Cuomo. See, I've seen somewhere else where Stephen's mama had said that she saw Alec there. And it was also said that I believe Alec's brother and Buster were there as well. All right, so Sandy Smith insists she saw Alec Murdaugh on the scene in 2015. It's very simple. Somebody's going to have seen him there. I believe my client. I don't think that she told any single untruth in this whole process. And she doesn't have an axe to grind with anybody, Bland said. Smith's body was discovered in the middle of a rural road in Hampton County, South Carolina in July of 2015. And it was reportedly found a few miles from a Murdaugh family property. In March, Buster Murdaugh denied what he called baseless rumors regarding his alleged connection to the Smiths case. This has gone on for too long. These baseless rumors of my involvement with Stephen and his death are false, Buster Murdaugh said. I unequivocally deny any involvement in his death, and my heart goes out to the Smith family. Buster's statement came after his father, Alex, was convicted of 2 counts of murder. Alex, the patriarch and of a once powerful legal dynasty in South Carolina, was found guilty of murdering his wife, Maggie, and youngest son, Paul. I have to watch what I say on here, y'all. The trial placed the Murdaugh family under the international microscope with numerous people closely following the case. Yeah, international, not just nation. Okay, so that was the whole story. So I knew I had read somewhere where she said that she saw Alec at the scene.
It's funny. Somebody says something in chat. Next thing you know, you got 20 people saying, "No, he didn't."
I've seen where somebody said Maury Povich died.
Yeah. Everybody's like, "No, he didn't."
No, everybody's confusing Maury with Jerry.
Oh, no, I knew Jerry Springer did.
How can you confuse the two of them?
It's people do it.
I don't watch either one of them.
I enjoyed me some Jerry.
I did back in the day, but I grew out of it.
I met him in Cincinnati briefly, and he was a pretty nice guy.
Okay, so as of April the 20th of 2023, Maury is still alive.
Well, that's good because we had a friend of ours met Bill Gaither coming out of a hotel one time, and he was a complete a-hole.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, "I don't give autographs."
Well, that's rude.
Yeah, especially when it's those people that got him there in the first place.
Thistle says she was Googling it too.
Yeah, everybody was.
And Harbinger, I know. I can't imagine. Stephen's mom, she's lost her son. Then she's going through all this. It's not, the case isn't solved. She knows that there's more to it. And then she has to go and have her son exhumed.
Oh my God.
So they can do their thing with his body and then rebury him again.
They exhumed him?
Yeah, they did.
Oh my God.
I mean, burying a child is bad enough once, but doing it twice.
I didn't say Bill Gates. I said Bill Gaither. He's a Christian singer.
Well, I know, and I was like, who's Bill Gaither? But I didn't want to ask.
Bill Gaither, he is a gospel singer. He does those hometown things and all of that. Real big in Christian music. But he was an a-hole.
There are just some
We
people that
sang
are
his.
like
I
that.
can't believe you don't know him. We sang their songs in church and stuff all the time. I mean, they have lots of songs that Pentecost sing.
Summer, I agree. Like I said, I
I
couldn't
probably
imagine.
know some of them, but just don't know what they are.
I couldn't imagine Summer burying my child and then have to do it all over again, just to try to get their case solved.
Yeah, that's just like wrong.
That's like just a gut punch
Yeah.
twice. That is awful.
Bill Gates, small PP energy.
Oh my gosh.
Careful, you say his name 3 times and they show up at your house.
Oh, please no. Well, no, I need a new computer. But
Oh no, I don't think he's coming to bring you a computer.
he probably wouldn't bring me that either. I bet he is. I bet he's a huge one.
He's a eugenist.
Okay.
He believes we should deplete the population of the world just like his daddy.
Bill Gates.
Oh shit!
Did I do this in front of a mirror with a candle?
Oh God, please
Oh
don't.
my gosh. Well, you know,
don't
you
tempt it.
guys do know that Warren Buffett lives here in Omaha, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Died.
Yep.
His partner died.
Oh yeah,
did he?
Used to be partner died. Yeah.
I also know that
I
Warren
saw
Buffett
that.
is selling off 80% of his stock in everything.
He does a lot of good things here in town, though. But they're all expensive to go to.
Right.
I think like we have like the big Berkshire Hathaway weekend in April, and then like there's just a bunch of like.
Well, when you see him next time, tell him I'm in need of a gaming computer, smoking, blazing fast.
Oh yeah.
Extra camera.
What game are you playing that you need a gaming computer for?
Nothing. I want to stream on YouTube.
So what do you need a gaming computer for? You can do that with a pretty
Because they're
basic machine.
super. No, you got to have a gaming
Regardless,
computer to stream. Yes, they are super fast.
Because
Yeah,
we
I
want
really
it and we want it and we want it now.
Yes, that's right.
All you need is a lot of memory and 2 solid state drives, one for your operating system and one for your file system. And
Well,
it'll be
Big Al,
fast.
you need to get with me. Tell me what I need so I
And a
can.
lot of
problem.
memory.
Anytime you want to know, I'll help you out.
Because I know you know. I don't want Alienware.
Well, yeah.
They used to be good back in the day. I don't know how
Yep,
they are
they
now.
did. They
It
were
was
great
like a
back in the day.
top-notch gaming system.
I had one of their laptops. It was a $5,000 machine, and it was awesome. But once Dell took over, they went to shit.
I want a Mac.
Yes, Avery.
I don't do anything with Macs. I'm sorry. That whole wiping off the tears
No.
and blood of the children that were enslaved to make them. I just can't.
That's what they
I don't wear
call
Nikes
human
either.
error.
I don't wear Nikes either, but no, I
love my Nikes.
I want a Windows PC. Is what I want.
All I wear is Nikes and Ariats. So.
Ooh, I like Nikes. Like they're my favorite, but my family's Ariat fans.
Yep, that's all I wear.
So my dad was like Western.
I wear
back in the day.
I wear ballerina slippers.
Of course
you do.
And a tiara.
That's how
I can see her in some.
That's how I picture her.
I have cat ears too, dude.
Don't doubt it for a second. That's how I picture you.
And I wear boots. I like boots. But not.
I like my boots. I
I
my
used
black
to be a
boots.
cowgirl, but I don't wear my cowgirl boots anymore. I wear pretty boots.
Shit, I wear my boots with everything: shorts, sweatpants,
Yeah.
pajama bottoms.
Sweatpants. Oh,
You may see Dollar General in pajama bottoms at Ariats. It's so
I
much
have
easier
knee-high
to slip
boots.
on.
I have
the
knee-high
only time
boots.
the only time I leave in pajamas with no makeup is when I'm sick as a dog.
I have knee-high boots.
Oh, I love
But
knee-high boots.
Hey,
They're not-
Caitlin, how are you?
They're not necessarily knee-high on a normal person, but they are on me.
Yeah, I have the same problem, JC. I'm 5'1".
Yeah. And my legs are 24 inches.
Oh yeah, and fanny packs. Yes, I definitely do not have a fanny pack.
We'll get you one for Christmas. Don't worry.
Okay, Avery, you were calling my name.
Now
Do you
she's like,
need-
yes, Summer.
Yeah,
She
I
wears
was wondering if
battery?
you need something.
She wears Converse with dresses.
Hey, ain't no
Oh
wrong
my
with that.
god.
I used to wear with dresses, like
What a
jean
coincidence. So do
skirts.
I.
With jean
Oh my
skirts, I
God.
wear those. I don't like heavy shoes. So those ones when we were in high school, Big Al. Those track shoes we used to wear that was hardly any
Oh,
sole.
yeah.
on the butt. That's what I wear with my jean skirts. Either that or my ballerina slippers.
Elliot has a furry suit.
Oh my god.
I
We
actually held
do
on.
not.
I held on to a bunch of clothes from the early 80s. Don't ask me why. They were just in a closet at my parents' house, and when we cleaned out the house, I found them.
You can
One of
sell
them.
it for a fortune now, dude.
Oh, wait to listen to this. I had a Nike powder jacket with the tags still on it from
Oh, wow.
1983.
Oh my
Take a wild guess what I got for it on eBay.
Grand.
$500.
I got $485 for it on eBay.
Wow.
For a nylon powder jacket, not even lined. Just
I
a
don't
nylon
doubt-
powder jacket. I couldn't believe it. I was like, shit, why did I throw all those clothes away?
I
I had some
don't
cool
doubt-
clothes.
Oh, is she going to the fanny pack too?
I think so.
What is a powder jacket? Summer wants to know.
It's a jacket with one little pouch instead of like a hoodie has pockets in the side. It just had like a kangaroo pouch across the front.
Well, the other night
That's a
when we were
hoodie.
at Tia,
No, it
that's
wasn't
what
a hoodie. This was before hoodies. It had no hood.
Yeah, we didn't have hoodies back then.
No, we didn't have hoodies.
We had jackets with
Okay.
hats on them.
Yep. We didn't have we had zip up with a hood on the back, but no just pullover hoodies.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
this was more of a I don't even know what their purpose really truly was. I think it was just nothing more than fashion. But they had like ski jackets at the time were all like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss the 80s. We had style. Clothes were
We-
bright. I mean,
Shoulder pads, man.
I don't know about the shoulder pad thing, but I mean, we had mullets, and everybody had bandanas, and it was stylish.
And go back to the 70s and all those crazy colors that they're now back in now. I'm like, Lordy, we wore those bell bottom pants with that crazy color of brown and orange, and I look back now going, oh my God, somebody call the fashion police. Parachute pants, yep.
Oh, I
Oh
remember
yeah,
them.
parachute pants.
Yeah,
Parachute
they-
pants with high top Nikes.
Yep. Jorah, they did make noise back in the Jorah.
God, I'm getting old.
Saying Jorah. Yeah, clothes made noise back then.
Yes, they did. That was back when everybody had jean jackets and everybody had patches and they were writing on them. And
Yeah. But boy, if you wore jeans like you did nowadays, you were considered dirt poor and you were made fun of.
oh yeah, if you had the
You-
fake Vans,
Oh,
like fake Vans or the fake Nikes, oh God,
yeah.
that was you might as well just not.
Cardinal
You might as well just go
sin.
barefoot.
Yeah. Cardinal sin. You don't look old enough, Callie Dime, to remember that. She's beautiful.
Elliot says Rick roll us. Yes, I was around when that was actually a popular song.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Callie Dime.
Hey, you don't know what a struggle it is until you are sitting by your radio with your finger on the pause button on the tape, waiting for your song to come on so you can catch it to record it.
Oh, I remember
That's a
Absolutely.
that.
struggle.
Yes, I remember that. And then you
That
get
was.
pissed off when the DJ would talk as your
Yep.
song is starting to play, or
Yep.
they will talk at the end of the song, and
Yep.
and then you wait another 3 hours for the song to come back on again to
Yep.
have
Yeah,
that happen again.
yeah, because your play tape was ruined.
Yep. Oh, the hours we spent dubbing the tapes.
Oh God.
Callie, I'm looking at you. I went to your channel and I'm looking at you. You are beautiful and younger. There's no way that you remember all of this.
She must have watched it on TV or something.
She must have.
VH1 back to the 80s or some shit.
Now, Jariah, I believe, because Jariah's, I know Jariah's older. Because he's like a llama. He's white-headed llama.
I remember going to the mall and waiting at the record store because the new tapes were coming out or the new albums were coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the music clubs? You buy like
Oh yeah, 5 for a
you
penny.
10, yeah, and then I'd done it. My mom was so pissed off when I
Oh
did
God,
that. Like,
we were all in trouble.
With what?
oh yeah.
It used to be you could join this music club and for a nickel you got 5 cassette tapes, but in the fine print you had to buy a cassette tape every month for
And
full
nobody
price.
did. And nobody did.
But then they started figuring out that they could hit everybody on their credit and charge them late fees. So those companies just blew up, and all these kids were like, because they marketed strictly to kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it was back before they were hard on, companies for marketing to kids.
Yeah.
So all these parents were getting these bills in the mail, and they're like, "What the hell?"
I remember you could get you could get like 10 of them or something. Yeah, 12 CDs for a penny and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
I used to
You
get
actually had to
tapes and
tape a penny to it and mail it in.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Goodness gracious.
And the thing of it
How
is,
far
you
we
canceled,
come.
you could start it up again so your parents get even more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. I have often wondered how in the hell these record companies even make money anymore.
Yeah, me too. I don't get all of that.
I mean, I talked to a friend of mine he's an artist and he gets streaming money and all that stuff. And I mean, they get money from all over the place, but it's a little bit from here and a little bit from there and a little bit from iTunes and a little bit from the jukebox company and, a little bit from Spotify. And, I guess it adds up, but nothing like it used to be when they were getting a fucking album or whatever the hell it was.
Oh, remember going into the record store and then going in that booth and listening to the albums for hours?
Yeah. Putting headphones on. I remember getting kicked out. They'd be like, "You've been here too long. You gotta go."
Exactly.
All right, hey guys, I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna make some phone calls and stuff, but I will. If I'm not back tonight, I will see you tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
Have a good night.
All right. Bye,
Have a
guys.
good night.
Love you, hon.
Bye.
I remember several years ago, the last Tower record store closed, and our city, our little town was like, what do we do? Because even though everybody shops on Amazon, it was the whole experience of going in and touching the tapes and the albums and just being there and talking and socializing with other people,
They're opening back
That's
up
what
all over the
sucks.
country.
Oh, yeah.
They're
They are.
smaller,
The
but there
vinyl's
are
back.
record stores opening like crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
Vinyl back in.
Real quick, y'all. In about 5 minutes, I'm going to be ending it. So if y'all haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so.
Well, I
what
was
am I
going to
supposed to
say
do?
that I'm going to get off myself. I'm need to get in the tub and break my fever. So I love
I
you.
hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, you too, hun. Love you guys.
Have a
Good
good
See you
night.
next time. Bye bye.
All right, have a good night. Montgomery Ward is like 3 days older than dirt.
Oh, Monkey Wards.
Oh gosh, I remember that.
They used to have everything, just like Sears, the automotive,
Mhm.
that you could get your oil changed and
Mm-hmm.
get your hair did and buy a new washer
Yep. All at the same time.
and get your pictures taken.
Yep.
That is true. Eric, have a good night.
Kind of like the Walmart.
Kind of like Walmart. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Like the
know the
old
mall that
one.
they opened up. They opened a mall right by my parents' house in 1981, and it's about to close because it's empty.
Mm.
It's still in the middle of a huge town, but nobody goes there anymore.
Yes, Summer. I remember that. Tonka, have a good night. I think I'm about to get out of here too.
The wish book. What's a wish book?
It was it Sears or JC Penney's or one of those stores, and it was like everything that they had for sale for Christmas.
Oh yeah. I remember when my kids were little. You know, back in the day when they on Thanksgiving you go get your newspaper early so you could get all the coupons and all the ads.
Mhm.
Well, my kids would take pens, they'd go through it, and each kid would have a different color, and they'd mark what they wanted for Christmas. So, and it's like then trying to figure out the scribble, whose
Yeah.
scribble was whose. But
All right.
now
Well, I
it's
hope you
like they
feel
give
better,
it a
Scarlett.
Thank you. Thanks for coming up, and thank you for gifting those memberships.
I got to catch up. You're gone for a while.
Yeah, for a month. So I'm back now. My back's feeling a little bit better.
Good.
So I'll
Well,
be
take care
back
of it. Do your
every night.
exercises. Do
Oh,
your
yes.
exercises. They're important. They really help.
Yep.
I know.
All right, peoples.
All
Much
right.
love.
Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. And so, Kelly, I'm about to get out of here. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. I enjoy it now that I figure out how to do it, because remember I couldn't do it on my phone, so I figured out
Right.
how to do it on a tablet. So
Yeah, I don't know how people do StreamYard with their phone. It's very
yeah,
complicated.
yeah. I have a problem even with chat because I keep typing the wrong word, the wrong letters. So
Big L, thank you for being a member for 6 months, and he says much love, peoples.
much loves.
Thank you,
So
Gigi. Devil Doll, you have a good night. Yeah, I need to get out of here and go take a shower and go to bed.
okay. Well, you have a good night, and I hope you feel better.
Thank you, you too. Thanks for coming up. And anytime I'm live, you want to come up here, just let me know and I'll drop a link for you.
Alrighty, sounds good. Good night, chat. Good night,
Callie,
Scarlett.
good night. Callie, Dom, you have a good night as well. All right, I'm about to get out of here for the night. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. I'll be back tomorrow night, probably with a different case. I'm probably not going to do any more Murdaugh stuff unless something else comes out. But I love you all. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.